Hello, 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 folks, and welcome to another episode of Airstreamers, where you never know what stream will ride, or when Princess Leia shows up with her toy gun. Welcome, everyone, and so Chris, I'm realizing as I'm talking to you, and these are this is Bizarro World. I'm like hearing myself in real life, but also hearing myself in here.
Oh, because they're not
they're not like
covering.
Yeah, they're not exactly. Yeah, so here we go. Look at me. I am Princess Leia. I am here. I have arrived with my buns. Chris is a party pooper, and I'm going to put him on the spot and yell at him. He, at the beginning of the week, when I said this is what the plan was, he's like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, how much fun would it be if Princess Leia and Han Solo were here?
It's
and he's
too much
like,
work.
I'm going to scream.
Mm-hmm.
Too much work for you to put on an outfit that I was ready to order for you on Amazon. That was a vest and a shirt.
Yeah, that's
too much
so
work.
hot. That's going to be so hot.
Too much work. Excuse me.
They taste like cinnamon buns.
No, these things are, this is a $12
and
wig.
Elias, I wouldn't want to steal your spotlight.
It was a joint thing.
No, I would
We are
totally
here on
just steal
Airstreamers.
I would steal the spotlight, and it would have been bad.
Oh, it's weird, Chris, hearing myself. Thank you, everyone. Wait, I have an echo? Do I?
Wait, why?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't hear an echo. Do I? Maybe that's what I'm hearing?
Wait, is your microphone plugged in as a microphone? Where is it plugged into?
It's just the audio out. This is just an audio out right there.
Are you
all
sure?
it is. There's an echo. No, why do I have an echo? I mean, I could do this without hearing myself. I know, like, if I unplug this, is this any better?
Yeah, is there still an echo?
Yeah, I'm going to talk now. Wait, yesterday I had an echo too? It's tiny? Chris, what did you do? I'm blaming you again.
I didn't do anything.
Also, it's better,
Wait.
yes. This is a dress. I'm actually going to stand up for a second because I want to show you. First of all, ooh, look at that.
The Ghiblies.
This is very strange. This is a real terrible angle. Chris, can you go to the full screen jag? No, it's not a button. It's over there. Because I'm going to stand back for a sec. I want to just show. So I'm going to just stand back for a sec. This is actually a dress from, I don't know where.
From Leia's closet.
No, I was looking for a Leia dress, like a Leia outfit, and I could not. I can keep looking for my headphones, and I couldn't find one that was available in time. Like, what ended up happening is because this is not Halloween and people are not actively dressing as Princess Leia, I could not find a good outfit for this. So I just Googled white dress, and this kind of sort of is similar to Princess Leia's outfit. And I bought it. It was like $20, a $20 like brand name dress. Can you tell me, Chris, what the brand name is back here?
Garbage.
No, it's not though. It's like an actual like
Grace Karen.
Yeah,
Grace Karen.
Is that like an Amazon thing or something? But this is what I did. $12 wig, $20 outfit, $10 toy, and we've got ourselves Princess Leia.
I'm just lowering the volume a little bit, Elias, because I'm wondering if the mics are just over like.
No, I don't think so. No, they were fine yesterday, and when I do my edits and stuff, they're always in the red, and it's fine. No?
I'm just curious, what is the, like, if there's still an echo?
Well, I took my headset out, so I don't think there should be.
And there are a couple things. Now I'm focused, focused on the sound. Katie Dim has subbed for 14 months, and she said, your look is so on point.
Thank you.
I feel like this is your best that you've done solo so far.
Solo?
Han Solo.
Thank you. I agree, too. I think that I learned a lot. I did a lot of prep. I started early, so I didn't have to feel that rushing feeling of do everything as quick as I can. I let things bake. you know, and it was all by my own hand.
And Cry has subbed for 8 months now.
Holy McMolly.
That's 1 month away from a baby.
I'm really just blown away here that Chris said out loud the words. Oh wait, is this one falling? No, I think it's fine, right? That Chris said out loud that he is that it would have been too much work. I'm absolutely blown away by that. Your Highness never looked so good. Oh my God, I love that. How SFW is today's stream? Why? What did I say something? Oh, we're 30 seconds away from a hype train.
No, you didn't say anything, Elias, but you're showing your tatas all over the place.
Oh, got it. The ghost of Princess Leia. Aw, I thought the dress was part of it. Good find. Right? Thanks, Chrissy. I thought I did well. Chris is busy now just doing technical work.
Yeah, I'm just clicking
They totally
around.
should sell Leia Bun headphones for this very occasion. I agree.
Sam said that it looks crunchy, and it really does. It looks a little Brillo pad from my view.
Oh, yeah, it totally does. I kept,
Let me
what
feel
I
it.
kept...
Oh, this is really crunchy.
You know what I will say, though? Truth be told, the inside of this, the underside, is one of the most comfortable things I have ever worn, wig-wise.
Well, maybe because they're expecting that it's going to be like a costume, and maybe drag queens anticipate the pain of wearing
Well, yeah,
the wig.
and also they know how to make it better and like whatever. This is low quality. But the thing is, these buns make me think that there
Listen,
is...
I'm wearing a Star Wars hat. I feel like I've committed to this. And it's like, I feel like I'm delivering more than anybody in this room right now with my hat and my knowledge of Star Wars.
Yeah. Sure.
Although, Elias,
I just pressed the wrong button.
I want to say that I was the one who actually did all the chores and made dinner while you were baking your face in the bathroom today.
I know, thank you, but you did not have to. That was a choice you made. You know?
No.
That was it.
No,
You
I
made a
think
choice.
we would definitely have to eat one way or the other.
Helen we just followed us, and welcome, Helen. Just put a silver bowl on Chris's head and call him R2 Chris 2. WTF, Chris is obviously not a real Star Wars fan. I wanted to comment on the tatas, but didn't want to get modified in the first 10 minutes, or modded. The tatas are totally fine. I know Steve's just waiting to mod. Oh my God. The queen is back in her bed. Maybe Leia's mic is not fully pointed at the mouth. No, I think it absolutely.
Yeah, I
right.
feel like I'm seeing my mic go up when you're talking. So I think we got to
No, we talked about this yesterday, Chris, and it was totally, now you're going to make me very low.
I think they can hear you whether they're on the stream or not. So it's okay. I think we can.
Chris is just, I mean, is everything okay? You're just attacking all night. Holy McMoley. Now I sound quiet. That's what I'm trying to say. Now everyone is saying I sound quiet. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm
so
adjusting.
confused.
Okay, try it.
Yeah, now I'm going to, every time I've done the audio, it's always been in the red, but it's fine. I guess just leave it to that point.
Okay, fine.
You know, or at least quieter than Chris. Everyone is saying, just me, LOL. So, listen, truth be told, oh, hi from Instagram. I haven't been on Twitch in forever, so happy to be here with y'all. Thank you.
Helen, welcome. Welcome. And thank you for following.
I just need to be upfront and say that we did not do our homework.
Yeah, we were really bad students. I especially am a bad student.
Chris has fallen asleep in multiple movies at multiple nights, and I had to do the legwork to get everything situated.
Well, look, Elias, I feel like my contribution to the stream is sewing and wearing a tank top.
So what's the patch for tonight?
That I didn't do. I didn't do that part.
Oh.
But most of the time,
you've done 50% of your work.
And I'm going to say that, like, your responsibility is everything else.
Okay. Keep talking.
And so I would have been going above and beyond if I actually finished all the movies. And so I feel like I'm kind of just at this point status quo.
You are 50% to your status quo, is what it is.
Yeah.
All this to say that Chris fell asleep during episode 6, so the results of episode 6 were my own. My yes/no rating scale did not fully get completed for 7, and it did not get started for 8 or 9. We did not watch 7, 8, or 9 fully. So what tonight's conversation is going to end up being, I think my one eyelash is acting weird. Tonight's conversation is going to end up being a little bit about our memories of watching these in the theaters. Not so much the deep dive into episodes 7, 8, and 9 as we did the other day. Keep in mind, there will be spoilers. So if you have not watched 7, 8, or 9, there will be spoilers. And they are a lot. There are a lot of things that have happened in between episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then also episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Look, my big takeaway from Star Wars 7, 8, and 9 is when we saw it in the theater, were very, very excited to see a new Star Wars movie. It had been, 2004? Was that the last one we said? That was when 3 was released?
Maybe even earlier than that. I think maybe 2003. Episode 3 release date. Star Wars.
And so to have a new...
2005. Wow. So yeah, so it was a long time. It wasn't as long between episodes 1, 2, and 3 were after 4, 5, and 6. So episode 7 came out, release date, Star Wars was 2015. So 10 years later. So it was about a 10-year gap. In between those 10 years, Chris is working. There were a lot of things that changed between the world of Star Wars. Disney, most importantly, bought George Lucas and his company. Well, George Lucas's company, which is Lucasfilms.
What did they pull up to the drive-thru? I'll have one George Lucas, please.
I'm still to this day utterly shocked that all of the Star Wars properties and films were bought out by Disney, George Lucas, for only $4 billion. Now, I know that sounds insane to say that, only $4 billion, but the entirety of Star Wars to me is bonkers.
I just feel like they sell so much merchandise. There's so much opportunity for them to make money. But I know somebody said the other day that it was because he was willing to sell it cheaper because he still wanted to have some sort of say in the process of Star Wars.
Right.
And so maybe there's something in the contract of he
I
caved
forgot
on
who
the
told
price
us
a little
that.
bit because he wanted the ability to still have some
to be
stuff.
able to say, you know what, no, I'm not here for that, or don't do that. What year did it sell? I want to say 2012. I'm going to look into that too.
Wait,
when did Star Wars sell to Disney? That was in 2012. Oh my God, I know my stuff.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, so
I didn't realize it's been that long.
I remember that moment. Wow, so what happened was earlier, I'm going to just divert for a second. We were close to a hype train and we missed it by one event, which is either gifting a sub, buying a sub, renewing a sub, or using 100 bits or more. And now because we are back close to it, it's restarting. So we're at the point where a potential hype train could happen.
I missed a couple of these. Shelly, thank you for the bits. 23PB, thank you for the 100 bits. And Imposter Steve is a whole year old now. Holy McMoly.
Holy McMoly.
So on this here day then, are we saying or around this here day, then we discovered Imposter Steve during the Mario Kart tournament.
Yes.
That will always go down in history as ridiculous. Totally ridiculous.
Absolutely. So 2012, Disney buys all of the Star Wars properties from George Lucas for a measly, in my opinion, $4 billion. Okay? Then they get to work. They're like, we have the Star Wars. We need to do the wars. right now. And what happened was they released episode 7 a couple years later. And when I tell you the fervor and the feverish sort of excitement that we were all feeling to see Star Wars again, it was real. I'll never forget how real that was. And I do not like going to the movie theaters, but I did for 7, 8, and 9. And each one of the experiences was magical in and of itself. So, big picture, I do not think that 7, 8, and 9 are as good as 4, 5, and 6. I'm confused as to whether I think they're as good or better than 1, 2, and 3. I think they belong. I know yesterday we talked about how I think it was OG Steve who said that he doesn't think that they are like a part of it and like shouldn't exist. And yeah, sure. I mean, if they didn't exist, we wouldn't know of it, right? So like whatever. Maybe there's a multiverse out there where there's a 10, 11, 12 and like
I just feel like my problem with them is that they feel really disjointed. And I get it because it's kind of like everybody had a different say in what
everyone is saying my mic is much better now. Whatever happened.
Yeah. Okay, good. So
wait, can I plug my headset in now and try?
I don't know. I just adjusted a couple of the levels. So
oh my God, Gardenome is watching Clone Wars. It's so good. So wait, sorry to cut you off, Chris. Gardenome, first of all, thank you for the celebratory happy cat mom day, which I think is the cutest thing ever.
Oh.
But second of all, not all the Clone Wars episodes are good / worth watching, but I still think you should watch them all. And if you Google, I don't know how far into it you are, if you Google Star Wars, Clone Wars chronological order, StarWars.com has a list of all of the episodes that you should watch them in that order. They're very specifically a story that goes from like whatever it starts on all the way through to the end. And I got to tell you, the last 4 or 5 episodes, they are chef's kiss, like top tier Star Wars.
Really
content.
good. And folks, do I sound okay too? Like, do I sound too soft now? Because I did adjust some of the levels, so hopefully the echo is gone. But
I'm here now, so tell me if I have an echo because I just plugged in my headset to hear. So
yeah,
there might be something
Mozzie,
there.
We don't know where Mega Meg has been. I don't know.
Crymar said BB-8 really did take a lot. BB-8 really did a lot to make 7 through 9 the movies they are. Haha. I love BB-8. Okay, thank you. I'm glad that I can hear everyone now.
Okay, so
maybe let's start the show now. Here we go.
There's a bunch of folks that we have to thank for the hype train too, but I do want to say that there is a disconnect between each of them. Like that's my overall thought process in the Star Wars movies 7, 8, 9. And I feel like it's because they did pivot like halfway through, or on the last one. People had thoughts, and those thoughts were put into place, and then they pivoted from there, which is fine, but it's, I think, apparent from the viewer standpoint.
So some of the big picture issues, so Chris, you raised a volume somewhere that I don't think is affecting anyone else except my ear holes. That one? Yes. Okay, perfect. Is that fine?
Yeah,
is it soft for you? Oh,
because you're on, yeah.
I think it's okay. Whatever volume is coming out of that whole thing is coming into my ear holes right now.
Okay, yeah.
So I think some of the big situations, and this is where spoiler territory is coming, folks. So just be aware that in the event that I say something that maybe you don't want to hear, I apologize, but these are important parts to talk about for the scope of the show.
Can we just kind of level set to refresh my memory? Because this is a little bit of a refresher for me too, because we haven't watched them. 7, the big bad situation is Starbase Killer or whatever it is, right?
Well, it's the First Order. The First Order is born out of the remnants of the Empire. If you remember at the end of Return of the Jedi, they won. The good guys won. The Empire's kaput, done, all is well. Then, bad people like to
be bad,
and they like to find other bad people. And so what ended up happening was the groups of people who got together, they ended up reforming a government. Government's the wrong word. Like a group called the First Order.
So it's kind of almost like the reverse rebels.
Yes.
It's sort of an
That's a good way to put it,
like an
Chris.
offshoot. So in the first 1, 2, or 4, 5, 6, there were the rebel alliance that was fighting against what was the established government. Now
Right.
there's an established government that is, I guess, a democracy. They don't really touch.
Yeah,
on
we
it.
don't really know that. We don't really know
There's
what
some
that
new
is.
government that's apparently better, and now they've transitioned, or now there's the bad guys are sort of in the shadows under the guise of the First Order.
Right.
Okay.
And so the First Order comes around. They're
How
doing
do they
their
get the
thing.
resources to build a whole freaking planet machine?
Elon Musk. That is how they got the resources.
That's where SpaceX is going.
All it takes, we now know, is one. What's that word? Like megalo something like
Megalomaniac?
No, I guess we can call him that. But yes,
Is this your sound or my sound?
I think my sound is just all of whatever sounds. There's no.
Oh, you're every sound.
Yeah, it's just there. There's no. So, right. Elon Musk, whoever provided money, they rebuilt something similar to the Death Star called Star Killer Base. And Star Killer Base is big enough that they're able to, like the Death Star, which can destroy Alderaan, let's say. Star Killer Base is able to kill and destroy and suck out the energy of like
No, wait.
multiple
It
planets.
was, yeah, I think it was, what it did is it charged up the power of Starbase Killer by sucking up the power of a star.
Yes.
And then able to shoot out multiple lasers to destroy multiple planets.
Yes.
Because
So it was like
nobody has
elevated.
time to just. Nobody has time to destroy one planet at a time.
Remember they said
you need to just
efficiency.
whole hog that
Yeah.
multi-planet destruction, and that's the path forward.
So Sam said, I feel like technology to destroy an entire planet is not feasible. Here's the thing, Sam. If you listen to podcast episode 1 of our season 2, which, by the way, we still need to record our 3rd episode and also work with Steve, which likely, Steve, I'll talk to you offline, but I'm thinking that next week's recording, like either Friday or Saturday, we can work towards collab, collaborating. Collaborating.
Collaborating. That's a good one.
So, but the reason I'm telling you, Sam, to listen to episode 1 is because Chris goes into detail about a very real technology it's like a theoretical technology called Dyson Sphere, the Dyson Sphere theory or whatever, which uses the energy of an entire star to do stuff with it. So I think that maybe there is some level of technology.
Future, whether or not the human race will make it that far, I don't even know that we're going to make it to 2100. Who knows?
Right.
But if we do and we get our shit together, maybe then we can get to the point where we can destroy planets at our whim.
Exactly.
But
snap. We're so close to a level 3 hype train with 16 seconds left. By the time I speak that into existence, that will be 16 seconds later, and I don't think we're going to make it. But that's one. Either way, you're all wonderful folks for supporting our channel and putting up with our
and we have a
utter nonsense.
Ton of people to also thank for the hype train.
The Mozzie, that's it. The one with Leah, that was our last one. And last week's cat fiasco derailed us for doing a podcast. And then this week we were supposed to do a podcast tonight, and then I dragged it up and I effed it up. That was not me. So maybe tomorrow we'll record one.
Tomorrow is we've been busy. Why have we been busy?
Kathy said a half a shot question mark.
And we and so I feel like we need to now, tomorrow is kind of a day for us to reclaim some of the stuff that we need to accomplish.
Yes.
But what I want to say is that I feel like 7, from what I remember, it's like kind of a nice concept, but it's also the problematic parts of it is that it's sort of something we've already visited twice now, and that just being able to destroy multiple planets, like, I feel like there needs to be a different path.
Sure.
But I think that J.J. Abrams did do a little bit of homework. Probably not all the homework that he needed to do, but he did like C-level homework where he went in and said, I want to do justice to Star Wars, and there are things that I'm going to incorporate into it, and that he did some of that, but I feel like he did miss the mark a little bit. What I'm very confused by is, why did Dave Filoni not participate in any of this? Because Dave Filoni
Chris,
is a freaking genius.
I don't think that you know that. What I think you're trying to ask is, why was he not the director of any of them?
The director or credited with writing or any of that?
That he wasn't.
When's
the last time you looked at any of the writers of any of these movies?
Yeah, the credits.
You've read the credits of these movies?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Okay, well,
I don't remember Dave Filoni being credited in anything.
If you don't know who Dave Filoni is, he is the mastermind behind. In fact, actually, Avatar: The Last Airbender, he was a big part of that. He was also behind the Clone Wars TV show, all the best parts of it. He was also behind The Mandalorian, many parts of it. There are a lot of people involved in these things. He
basically was like, became George Lucas's right-hand person.
I don't think George Lucas.
I think he worked with George Lucas very closely.
He did that interview. You know more about George Lucas or about Dave Filoni than
I think that he did that interview that we watched, and he was saying how he was working on the last Airbender thing with the Avatar, and then he ended up stumbling into, like, he was a huge Star Wars fan. He was recruited by George Lucas, and then he was sort of, it was a very much a like Obi-Wan to, well, no, let's not say that because I don't think he's a bad person. He was a Yoda to Qui-Gon situation.
Okay.
And then he did TV shows, and maybe he's just not comfortable doing big screen stuff, but I feel like he would have been an excellent choice. J.J. Abrams is fine, but I don't know.
There's a debate going on whether or not the Star Trek movies are good or bad, and Steve hates them and Sam loves them, and Steve blocked one of Sam's comments from happening.
Kathy said half a shot, and I'm kind of okay with. Are you okay with that? Because I feel like the folks really supported us yesterday and tonight, and I want to just recognize that. And so, if you want, what I could do is go get the shot, and you can. Can you thank the folks who supported the channel?
Yeah, for sure. I just don't know where we are.
So I don't know where I thanked Kathy at the 100 bits.
Yeah, you got it.
And then Helen gave 100 bits.
So that's
and
where
Helen's
it started.
A new follower.
Helen, thank you so much for being here and supporting our channel with some bits. That is fantastic. 100 bits. Patsy, thank you for the bits, and Kathy, thank you for the 100 bits. And Helen, again, some more bits. And Kathy, some more. Sia's daughter, 400 bits. Thank you so much. And hold on, I got to get my mouse. And Wendy with 100 bits. Thank you, thank you. Cooking Sherry, 500 bits. It's a whole lot of bits. Thank you. Too Shy for You. Helen. Kathy, some more bits. Kyle, 605 bits. I love the randomness, and that has a lot to do, I'm sure, with the way that iOS or whatever way you pay through the app, because of the cut that the services take, like Apple or Google, they kind of round the numbers to be a little bit weird. Makes me laugh. Kathy, thank you again. Helen, thank you again. Wendy, Helen's hot off the press, following our channel, being here and supporting us. Kathy, thanks again for the 100 bits. And we have some Muskrat love. You want to do it for Eloise right there before you sit? Eloise. No, but let me go to the Eloise, the full screen Eloise. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my God, I just want to crush her. She's so cute. Look at her. Aww. Eloise. Okay, Chris, I'm going to go to the new cameras for a hot minute because I just want to kind of show off a little bit.
Oh, Leslie Tillman is on tonight.
Is that
Welcome,
okay?
Leslie.
Look, we can't keep a thought like on track right now because of a bajillion things with all y'all, and I want to comment on every single one of your posts, but there's so much happening. There are so many good comments being presented, and I would like to try to comment on some of them in regards to 7, 8, and 9. Chris, I think I did a good job tonight.
I think you did great. And
I'm here for it. I look at, first of all, my blend looks nice. Like, it's very smooth.
I mean, the mask, not that I see it but the mask part of it, I feel
highlight.
like this part you could lighten a little bit more.
Totally. I noticed what I did there. I see, in fact, what I did right here.
But I feel like the eye part, you did great.
I just got some powder on my hands.
Maybe you could blend the black up a little bit into the... But you know what? I feel like your eyes aren't as dark as they normally are.
Yeah.
And that's good. Like,
totally.
I feel like it's not...
I just like that there's darkness to light and then light to dark.
Yeah.
Like, I see that. One thing that happened to me...
a little bit. Maybe a little more contour.
I could have done more. I did too much baking and swiping and doing this, and I forgot to, add it in again. One thing that happened with my face was, as I was in the middle of doing it, I ran out of foundation, and I was like, shoot, what do I do? And so I started kind of using the sponge to kind of take some from one area and put elsewhere. I did not even expect that. So I didn't want certain parts of my mask to be as light as they are, but I think I actually reblended
How's my
it
makeup?
pretty good.
Great.
I'm not even talking about that.
It's do I look just like Han?
All right, Ken, you see you in a bit. Probably love Star Trek over Star Wars, so it's touchy, OG Steve said. There's a lot of things. Yeah, I want to just catch up on some of that. I think we should just do the shot, not the whole rigmarole. Cheers. Thank you, folks, for your support.
Thank you, everyone, for the support.
So it's really the amount of a shot for me.
Yeah, that's nice and easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
All right, I'm good. I was holding it back.
Maybe if I turn my hat backwards.
No, you failed. I would argue this is worse than the green screen situation. Sitting up here looking the way I look and the work that I put into it, and Chris refusing to have participated in the events of tonight. Thank you, everyone, for the wonderful...
refuse. I just chose not to.
You refused. I've seen some of the original series. Oh, we're talking about Star Trek now. Elias, you look spectacular. The lips are everything. Thank you. Thank you. When watching the old stuff now, it's just really comical. We're talking about Star Trek again. So let me just catch up on some of these comments, because here's what I think is happening. The general consensus people are saying, Chris started the conversation about this with regards to it being a little bit disjointed, right? Here's some of the background stuff. Yeah, maybe that's the right word. That has happened. I'm pretty sure the sequence of events was that J.J. Abrams, who did do really well with Star Trek, I know Steve has said it's a touchy subject, but I think pretty unanimously that
he did 7 and 9. Did he do 9?
Yes, but let me just tell the story about that. Don't jump ahead.
Okay.
7 was done by J.J. Abrams because J.J. Abrams has had quite a bit of success up until that point, doing a lot of different things, and most specifically, redoing Star Trek for the big screen and having success with it. We're talking success in financially, we're talking success critically. I think it was considered a good movie. And I think that since it was Star Trek,
Question though, is he a writer or is he just
a director? He did the whole thing.
Okay, so if he has a crappy script, then he's not going to really, he'll maybe change slight things in presentation, but he's not going to rewrite the script.
Right, but I think here's the thing that I don't want to speak for. I don't know, past the director role of each of these movies, I do not know what the director had as extra credits. There are movies that are directed, written, and even acted by one person. I don't know what J.J. Abrams' full role was. All I know is the final direction of what happened.
Well, let's call him up. Let's get him on the stream.
I know. Yeah, get on it. So J.J. Abrams also, by the way, is credited for the season 1 of Lost, which is undeniably a masterpiece of a season. We're not going to talk about that's a whole other conversation. We're not going into
Who is his
the rest
partner?
of it.
Dulce de Leche?
J.J. Abrams and
Dolce Adams. Adams
no,
McPherson. Damon Lindelof.
Damon Lindelof. Good job. Oh my
Yes.
God, Chris got it. Chris got it. So anyway, jump to the release of episode 7. That did really well. I would say, just like Chris said, it was the type of movie where his homework was done. It did seem to tread similar territory, but you know what? I think we all kind of needed and wanted that, and it worked. And I think it brought together a whole group of people who loved the original Star Wars 4, 5, and 6, who walked away feeling joyously happy watching that movie. And it introduced that all to a brand new set of children who wanted to watch it, right?
So who, like new characters who were introduced?
Rey, Finn,
Rey, Poe.
Maz, who fell apart. That's a whole other, we'll talk about that soon. And so much more. I think that all they wanted from him was to jumpstart 7. I do not, the Star Wars series again. I do not think that it was planned for him to do any more.
Yeah,
And
well,
then,
I mean, that was kind of what we talked about with episode 1, how episode 1 kind of was very much laying the foundation, and it was sort of, we said, slow moving. 3 or 4, I feel.
4.
Episode 4.
Yeah. What about, wait, what?
So I'm talking about the things that sort of started the 3 sequence of movies.
Yeah.
So 4 was like subpar to 5, but it still kind of laid the foundation of like creating the world, doing all of that.
Yeah.
Again, it was, I think it's probably different to compare that to everything else because that was starting the franchise, so it had to do a little bit more to establish the world.
Yeah.
But I think it was still something that was a Kickstarter for 5. And 5, like, it established the characters,
Right.
all of that stuff, the world, blah, blah, blah. Same with episode 1. I think similar to episode 7, I guess. But again, it's kind of revisiting, I think, a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, but I also think there was so much at this point disdain for 1, 2, and 3 that I feel that J.J. Abrams, in my opinion, did the right thing by making it a retreat of what happened in 4, 5, and 6, which is what everyone considered the best of Star Wars. So when you copy the best, it's going to be good. It's going to be similar, but good. And I think that he diverted from the 1, 2, and 3's whole aura of politics and CGI and anything anyone would argue about 1, he did not do for 7.
Yeah.
It was all physical effects for the most part. It was all close ideas that did
Wait,
not
what do you mean
divert.
physical effects?
Like all the creatures were physical, like that they were not CG. Why are you looking at me like that?
Who?
Anything.
What about Snoke?
He was a real thing.
Really?
As much as he possibly could have, one of the elements of 7 that he was proud of was that he revisited it from the perspective of physical effects.
Oh, I didn't know that. But
BB-8 was a physical thing.
no, yeah, I knew that.
BB-8 was
cool.
real, but then there were moments where he was not. But BB-8 was real. Think about when he goes and when Rey goes and finds BB-8 trapped in that little animal thing that like walks weird. That was a physical thing.
Wait, what animal thing? That walks weird.
Chris, we just watched it last night. When BB-8, when he gets trapped by the sand person thing, and Rey first meets BB-8. The moment that Rey meets BB-8, he's trapped inside of a net.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it looks like an elephant,
Yeah.
and that thing walks away. That's a real physical thing that's moving about doing that, which is
Okay.
kind of why it looks kind of, not cheesy, that's the wrong word, but like it walks,
Janky?
yeah, jankily. It walks jankily. Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, why? Look, Snoke went nowhere. And,
Wait, I really want to finish what I have to say about J.J. Abrams, because this is important to what's going to happen with 8 and 9. So J.J. Abrams was not supposed to be involved past 7. He basically set the stage. Then they hired Rian Johnson.
I think that's weird, though.
It's not. George Lucas directed 4. George Lucas did not direct 5 and 6.
But he was involved in it.
We don't know that J.J. Abrams was not.
Okay, fine.
And then Rian Johnson gets involved for 8. There are a lot of rumors that, from what I read online, that a lot of the main plot points of 8 do work or not work. They were okayed by George Lucas / that's what he wanted to ultimately do. Things like, spoiler alert, things like killing Luke, having Luke train female Jedi, and what was the other big thing from, I'm drawing a blank. The main elements of 8, the main big picture stuff, was stuff that I think George Lucas wanted to do, as far as I read. And he also, like, blessed Rian Johnson to do the things that he did.
But I want to say that story isn't the end point. A story is definitely not the end point. It's the path that you take to get to that end point. And so him giving his blessing for, yes, kill Luke, yes, have a female Jedi is fine, but it's the nuance of the story getting to that point that's really important.
So, to finish my thought, J.J. Abrams I'm reading Steve saying that he did give this sort of like Bible idea of what to do with 8 and 9, and Rian Johnson threw it out the window. That is not just Rian Johnson's like fault, so to speak. If whoever is the big overlord,
what has he done?
He did a phenomenal movie called Knives Out. Really, really good movie. We watched it. It's like a murder mystery with like a bajillion actors in it. It's very, very, very good.
Yeah,
He's
but
got
other than that,
like a lot dry sense of like humor, so to speak.
No, I remember Knives Out, but what else has he done?
I feel
like Star Wars is sort of like this coveted role that you really have to work to have to be trusted with this franchise.
But keep in mind,
and then
someone
to do
you didn't just
one
walk
movie
in and someone say, "You're the director." Majillion things must have happened for him to be the director.
I know, but I'm just saying that, like, if you did one movie that was successful, like, why is, what's his name, who does all the Blue People movies, not doing it? He's established.
Oh, I don't think he would want to be involved in that.
He's established.
James Cameron.
What about the guy who did
movies.
all the movies on the Lord of the Rings? Like, he's established. I feel like you need, in this setting, it's not, Knives Out was not a franchise. That's going into a movie and creating your own thing. And I feel like him cowboying it and saying, I'm going to do my own thing when it was established is part of the problem.
I don't think that he did his own thing in a way that was so wildly opposing to the big thing. And here's...
But he, like in... Snoke was just swept under. Snoke was the big thing. Like,
but he was the tease, the big thing.
Yeah, and so you can't tease and then like not deliver on it.
I think
and
when you present something as the thing, and then when you are like, just kidding, that's not the thing, is kind of a cool thing. That's a shocking moment. That's a shocking moment. Now, what I want to say,
Chancellor Valorum was really the bad guy, like, and Palpatine was nothing.
But I mean, we know Palpatine was something from 4, 5, and 6.
I don't know.
It's a different story, telling a story to lead up to a story, and then another situation, telling a brand new story that you have the ability to cowboy. No,
I'm gonna die on this hill because if you think that when you have something like, Vader, who is an obvious presence, when you had the Emperor, who everybody was shitting their pants when he was coming to visit, establishing those things, those little things that are the breadcrumbs of, here's the big bad that we're all concerned about and we're all worried about getting rid of. And they did that multiple times in 7 with Snoke and teased it in the beginning of 8 and then just done, it was gone and it was nothing and he was nobody, is like, no, that's
spoiler alert, just so you know, because I'm going to say something. The big reveal, after all is said and done, is that on that Exegol planet in episode 9, forget about the politics behind what happened. We can only talk about what now exists in the world. Do you agree with that much?
Mm-hmm. 23PB is calling me out for interrupting you. Finish your thought.
I'm saying that the end of the day, and I will get back to this particular thought because it's important, when the world blasted Rian Johnson and made him feel the worst of the worst of the worst for being this awful filmmaker and burying Star Wars to the ground and taking a big giant shit on it, tater tot style, and then smushing its ass on the Star Wars, they got someone else to do it because they have to. But it sucks that the world turned so much on this filmmaker for listen, at the end of the day, this was his vision, and I don't think that it was as bad as we all think it was. But what I'm saying is they didn't know what to do. Disney didn't know what to do. So they said, we need to bring back to like course correct what happened in episode 7 with J.J. Abrams.
So wait, was 7 well received?
7 was super well received because it was similar. But then here's the world saying it's too similar. I don't like it because it's too similar. Here's Rian Johnson coming in saying, you know what, I'm going to listen to the world and I'm going to do something different. And then the world says, it's too different. I want it to be similar. How are you supposed to control any of that? We suck. Humans suck. We cannot appreciate anything without critiquing it. That is my thesis on all of this. Whoops, I'm getting very excited. But episode 9 was like trying to then course correct, not because it was bad, but because the world thought it was bad. And so they brought back J.J. Abrams because he knows what he's doing with episode 7. And then he did the best he could possibly do. And guess what people did? They hated it. Because why? Because we want to hate on everything.
No,
that's what happened.
Hated it because
that's what happened.
You can't course correct. Once there's look, Elias, you know the feeling of a house covered in tater tot shit. And even after you clean it up and it still smells like tater tot shit, you're not happy until the air clears. And then maybe like in episode 12, we're like, okay, fine, it doesn't smell like shit anymore.
I will die on the hill that episodes 7, 8, and 9 provide a lot of enjoyment for me. Whether they are as good or bad or whatever as 1 through 6 or whatever, 4 through 6, it doesn't matter. I think that we are looking at them with this idea that we want to critique them because guess what? There's a lot of really good stuff in episodes 7 through 9. Rey is a fantastic new addition. Adam Driver, he's not only a great actor, but the story arc of Kylo Ren is fantastic. I think there's a lot of good things that exist in 7 through 9.
Adam Driver, I absolutely hated as an actor. But I feel like he was really good as Kylo Ren.
Totally.
And I feel like he sort of won me over as that character. And I feel like he was sort of the opposite of what Hayden Christensen, either way.
Yeah.
He was the opposite. I feel like he's sort of that undecided character, like the am I good, am I bad? And he played that really well, whereas Christian Haydenson didn't know how to nuance that.
Sure. One thing we can all agree on, the performances were significantly better in 7, 8, and 9 than they were in 1, 2, and 3, for sure. There was no terribleness with Christian Haydenson.
Driver Adam. Driving Miss Adam.
Wait, Adam Driver would be Drive Adamer? That doesn't sound good. I don't like that. Dog Transmission said, I took my younger brother, Adam, to see The Force Awakens when it was released in December as a goodbye before I went to war. Oh, my God. That's very, very sad. And I'm sure that was a wonderful time to experience.
I hope everything's okay.
Adam Driver's really good in his couple of SNL appearances. Yes, Hayden was not sympathetic as Anakin, while I felt Adam made Kylo complex and interesting character. Yes, Christian Haydenson. I don't even know what the name really is.
Elias, I just want to say, is Rian Johnston the one who made the decision to have Leia fly back into the...
Okay, that particular moment, I will say, is Needle's feeling. I do not like it. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. I don't. Oh, that's loud, Chris.
Yeah, because it's really bad. That's Needle's feeling.
So if you don't know what happened,
Needle's feeling.
It was bad.
It's the worst possible send off for Carrie Fisher. I mean, the worst. She's rolling over in her grave. She literally is rolling over in her grave so much so that she's now a hair bun inside of her grave.
So if you don't know what happened in episode 8,
poor Carrie Fisher flying in like a potato into the ship.
Can I explain it so people can follow your theory here?
Oh God, it's just it's terrible. It's so freaking bad.
An explosion hit the deck of a ship that Leia, let's not say Carrie Fisher, Leia was in. She gets killed. For all intents and purposes, we think she's killed. She's out in space in the middle of nowhere, vacuum, dead, cold, and then she literally Mary Poppins.
Wait, what was it? Was it like?
Yeah, it's like her hand is like this, and then she kind of does like a little
she's like,
thing.
I feel it, and then she's like,
she pulls herself back in and saves herself.
Bad.
It's so bad. It is so bad. It's terrible. Dog Transmission. You should watch them. They really are very joyful. I think I like 7, 8, and 9 because I think they're joyful. However, there are good and bad moments in all of these series. And I think for me, you know how I did the yes-no thing? This is one of the big reasons why I wanted to do it for 7, 8, and 9. I think my nose would have been just a lot of nose for that particular moment. It was very, very, very
it was really bad. And I think about in 1 through 6, and I know that you're kind of like, the fact that they just killed off Snoke and it was no big deal. And I think back to 1 through 6 and the storytelling that happens there. And every single character that was introduced as a major enemy was really realized fully, I feel. What's his name? The robot guy with all the arms. I can't think of it. It starts with a J. Grievous. Thank you. Grievous, Count Dooku, obviously Palpatine, Vader. All of those were fully realized.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Snoke was.
Thanks for following Dog Transmission.
Oh yeah, thank you for following. All of the rest were realized, and then you have Snoke who comes in, who I feel like we were really excited when we left 7 to find out
questions. We wanted to know more.
What's the deal? Because he has a look to him.
Right.
He was very large in the projections and menacing, and that sort of prompted a lot of questions of is he really that big? Is it just a stature type thing where they're trying to make him appear bigger than he is as a threat?
Which we found out it is. There was some sort of projection thing. But I do think that I wanted to finish this thought before about Snoke and everyone's complaints about Snoke. I think having this conversation, we need to set some sort of ground rules here. Are we having the conversation about how did the sequence of events unfold from the direction standpoint to give us 7, 8, and 9? Or are we going to look at it? This is important, Chris, so listen to what I'm asking you. Are we looking at it from the perspective of through the process, 7, then 8, then 9 this person left, this person came back from the director standpoint?
Yeah.
Are we looking at it that way? Or are we looking at it as a combined 7, 8, and 9? Forget about the drama that went on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Take a look at 7, 8, and 9. Then what you're going to...
It's really hard to separate them because it's one is a product of the other.
But I want to say, you do not know what drama was going on for 4, 5, and 6. Why? Why is it okay for you to dismiss the drama going on for 4, 5, and 6? And you
was there drama though?
I'm just painting the picture here. You don't know. 4, 5, and 6, you are only looking at as the perspective of the storytelling of 4, 5, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
So, and 1, 2, and 3 kind of similarly. 7, 8, and 9, for whatever reason, I think it's because we're all a little bit older and we all have ideas that are unfolding with the internet happening simultaneously.
What do your students think about 7, 8, and 9? Because
they like them. They enjoy them.
Okay, that's interesting.
So what I'm saying is, when you look at the story of 7, 8, and 9, all things considered with what was going on in the background, 9 was a situation where, spoiler alert, Emperor Palpatine was found alive in Exegol, whatever this planet is, and the sequence of events that unfolded allowed Snoke to be used as a pawn to pull in Kylo Ren and Rey and all of that.
Yeah.
And I think there is a coolness factor to that. I know everyone hates the fact that Emperor Palpatine just came back out of nowhere. I hear you. I also wish it kind of went a different path.
Because it could have been such a good build-up.
Step away from that, though.
I know, but we as viewers, if we're watching this sort of build-up across, even across, like, so say nobody knows what's going on. Everybody sort of just, everybody from the good perspective, like all the good guys in the movie are all just, you know, going around, flying outside in space, turning into potatoes, and then flying back in again. And everything is hunky-dory. And in the background, you have Palpatine, you know, sucking souls and doing his Sith thing. And then it's like the reveal from the character's perspective in 9, where we didn't even know he was a thing, and now all of a sudden we're fighting Palpatine again that we thought decades ago our grandparents fought and destroyed. Like, but none of that was realized because it was like course correct after course correct after course correct, and then you're sort of left picking up the pieces and you're like, how did we even get where we are?
Yeah, so Chris, I agree with you on that, but I think what's interesting is that we are letting the internet partially influence our experiences with that. And I don't mean what you're feeling is wrong. Yes, I agree. You'd feel these feelings and they're totally valid. All I'm saying is that it's hard to compare 4, 5, and 6, and possibly even 1, 2, and 3, because back then we didn't really, like, internet wasn't like as much a thing.
Yeah.
As it is to now with 7, 8, and 9. And I kind of, almost in a weird way, find it unfair to 7, 8, and 9 that they get this extra level of scrutiny that 4, 5, and 6 did not ever get.
What did Ebert and Siegel say then about it? Because they were maybe the
4, 5, and 6, I think were fine. I think we're very good, obviously. 7, I'm telling you, I think universally 7 was good. And guess what, folks? Here's where I want to point out a little interesting fact. 8, which is the one everyone, you know, Tater Tot took a giant shit on. 8 has a very high critical rating and a conversely low viewer rating. Like, how did the viewers feel? So on Rotten Tomatoes, one of the most interesting things about 8 is that it's got, like, I want to guess and say that it's got like a 90%, maybe 80% average on Rotten Tomatoes. And it has like a 20%, let me see. I'm going to get you the exact numbers. 91% critical rating. That means that out of all the critics that went in to watch it, 91% of them left the movie theater saying, yep, go watch it. 42% of the audience who went to watch it, not critics, said, do not go watch it. Or rather, I should say, 42% said, yes, go watch it, which is converse to
so
80%.
You just stirred up something because you brought up this on Rotten Tomatoes, but Phasmophobia, what happened with her? Literally
yes, that's
nothing.
another negative that I have.
Yeah,
not Phasmophobia. Captain Phasma is terrible.
That's what I'm saying, is that these stories are meant to build, and 1, 2, and 3 built on something that was established, problems that were established that elevated and elevated and elevated to the point where 3 was like we've reached critical mass. And then 4, 5, and 6, again, building, like it was like, okay, let's reset. This is the world that we're living in. This is like post-pandemic world. Let's build up a new problem. build, where we're like, okay, Luke is trying to fight the big bad. And now you have 7, 8, and 9, where it's like you build, you destroy, you build, you destroy, you build, you destroy, and you're sort of left like, what did we actually accomplish in watching these?
I don't disagree, Chris. I fully get what you're saying, but from a big picture perspective.
Yeah.
But we also
and I know we're on the same page. Like I know for the most part we're on the same page with this. I'm just sort of giving these, from what I recall on these movies, my gut instinct and how they made me feel.
Except, Chris, you're saying that, except your gut instinct for both, for all three, 7, 8, and 9, you walked away thinking I'm thankful that I'm living in a timeline that I get to watch those movies, and I'm thankful to the people in the sky.
Yes.
So how do you then sit here on this your day and spin it completely differently, which I'm not saying is wrong. All I'm saying is your gut is not a good indicator of this, and I'm sorry, but I have to pee. I'm going to pee my pants.
My
Princess
ruminated
Leia
gut.
has
My ruminated gut. That's what I want to say. I
my ruminated gut. I'm dead. Are you kidding me? I need to go pee.
Go.
You work on your ruminated gut. I'm dead.
I feel like when I was watching the movies in the theater, it was like a very rose-colored glasses. I'm like, I love this world. I love the Star Wars element. I love everything about it. And just the fact that I get to watch a new movie, a new story being told, I felt like I was being gifted something. And so leaving those, my immediate reaction was, yes, they're good, only because I think I was riding the high of Star Wars. But now having some time to reflect on it, having some time to think about it, rewatching 1 through 6, rethinking about what actually could have been compared to what was presented to us, I feel like I have substantial problems with 7, 8, and 9, and I feel like they could have done better, especially considering the fact that after we watched 7, 8, and 9, and Elias can attest to this too when he comes back, that, or Princess Leia when she comes back, that I think watching Clone Wars, the animated series that was done by Dave Filoni, majority of it, that there was so much story that was introduced in Clone Wars that could have been initial seeds to a larger story that had to be told in 7, 8, and 9. And I feel like if the directors, writers, whomever participated in 7, 8, and 9, they could have fed off of that and put it into 7, 8, and 9, and they chose not to. And that's the problem, is that there was gold sitting there and nobody did their homework. Everybody was just kind of like, I'm going to do my own thing, and it's not a franchise, and this is my story to tell, and not working off of what foundations were set for them. So now, wait, before that, I need to just mention a couple things, because Dog Transmission is super sweet and gifted a community sub to, and 23PB gifted a sub to Dog Transmission, and I think it's really awesome. Because
thank you.
I think that Dog Transmission seems like good people's, and I want to also thank him because, or her, I'm not sure, or them, for saying I don't know how to say it, but I always respect people who put their lives on the line for others, and going to war, doing all that kind of stuff is something that I wouldn't have the courage to do, and going out to war and now recovering from a leg injury and all of that. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Mara Lamala, for following our channel. You're in the graces of Princess Leia, actual Princess Leia. I have been revived. I'm here. Can I say a part of my thesis here, Chris, that I'm talking about with the internet and stuff? Here's an interesting fact. An interesting fact. I just did a little Googlies, and episode 1 Rotten Tomatoes has no score for either the audience or the
Because it was before the internet?
Yes. My point exactly. Before the internet, and before, I shouldn't say before the internet because it was around the time, but like before things got popular, we did not have the luxury of going to the internet and being influenced by a terrible user score versus a positive audience score, whatever the case might be. And I think the problems with 7, 8, and 9, if we had access to 7, 8, and 9 as they are in a pre-internet world, I don't think we would all be sitting here complaining the way we're complaining. I think we would enjoy them. I think we would enjoy having them. I think we would love them as kids. I think we would love putting them on and enjoying all of what they have to offer for us. And yet here we are dissecting them down to their like minimal parts and saying that little tiny part sucks, so I'm going to dismiss the whole thing. That's what I'm saying.
Does the fact, yes, that is certainly a problem of the internet age, but also does it enable us to think more critically and say what is good and what is bad, and that
then I propose that we then go back to 1 through 6 in a weird era of the internet.
But I feel like we did that. We did that.
Did we do it for 7, 8, and 9? No, because we're dumpster people and we fell asleep. That's the truth. That's the tea.
Wait, Mara
Lam.
How do you say that?
Mara Lamala? I said
Lamala. Oh, welcome and thank you for following.
Wait, catch up, Chris. We're moving quick.
No, I know we're moving quick, but I'm still stuck in my ways, and I'm going to complain about what I want to complain about. And get off my lawn, Elias, because... You know.
Oh, Cara Dune is the worst. Really bad. Now, listen, also, OG Steve, I think it was
Lorna
you.
Dune or...
No, Cara Dune.
Who's Cara Dune?
The awful Gina...
In Star Wars?
In The Mandalorian. The really sort of like looks like she would have been in like WWF, could probably like French me. You know that TikTok trend is going on where people are crushing watermelons in their legs?
She could definitely do it.
She could crush my whole head.
But Lorna Dune was in this, right? She was in it, and she was flying
in episode
the
8, which is another issue that people have with 8 is why did nobody tell Poe that they did have a plan in place for the whole fuel lack of fuel situation. And I read interestingly something the other day that said, what if it's not that like someone should have told Poe? What if it's that Poe is like an what's the word I said, Chris? Like when you do something against your superior, like insubordination, is that it? Like he was
insubordination or mutiny. I don't know.
No. He wasn't going against her like to put her down. He just was going against her in the hopes that he found a solution to a problem that she already had a solution for, but she never told him because she had the solution. He's like a nobody. He's a peon, and he does not need to know.
I think Heidi nailed it. Poe is a little slice. I mean, he looks like a baby, and now having seen him in Moonlight. Wait, Moonlight or Moon Knight?
Moon Knight, which we did not finish the finale, so don't spoil yet, because we were busy watching by busy, I mean falling asleep.
I feel like he was fantastic. I do want to say I feel like Finn is totally underused, and they should have explored him more. And everything that was kind of set up with the stormtroopers and not being a clone and blah, 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 I was swept under the rug. Nothing.
Yes.
And also, Rose, that whole scenario, literally nothing.
Because
everybody was mad.
Hated on her for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, but if you're going to stick to your guns and say that I want to do what I want to do, then...
That was an 8. She was not a 9 because the internet hated on 8. If Rian Johnson was allowed to continue with it, he would have finished it. And she would have had her character arc.
Let's talk about some positive things, I want to say.
Chris is like, I need to lower this volume.
No, because I'm very negative on everything, and I want to just...
Yeah, dog transmission. That is, in fact, true. That they lost the technology or no longer use the cloning technology, and they were using orphans as the stormtroopers. Which, my big thing, what I want to say,
Wait, did dog transmission said... to refer to them as Legion, I think, here. Yeah.
You can call me Legion.
Okay, so we'll try to remember that.
So here's the thing that I have to say with my personal problems looking back on it now, like finishing it all from episode 7. I know you said you want to look at a positive, but I just want to, this is an important point that I want to get out. The trailer for episode 7 was a huge lie for the trajectory of Finn's character. Let me explain. The very first moment you saw Finn, he took his stormtrooper helmet off, and he's a black man. I nearly cheered. I lost my mind. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen, because we know the millions and millions and millions of stormtroopers that existed beforehand were like byproducts of the clones who were from Jango Fett.
Super cool.
So in that, who was a white man or a white man, I think. Jango Fett. What would you say? We don't really know.
I don't know.
But he was not a black man.
He looks a little Hispanic to me, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. But point is, he's not a black man. And when you saw him in the trailer, it immediately, just by the nature of his race in that outfit,
what the hell is going on?
Conversation. It opened up conversation about a million questions that we had about why and how he is in that stormtrooper outfit. Then, even further in that trailer, they have him wielding that lightsaber, I guess near the end or whatever it was. It was briefly, like a brief moment, which now suggests to us that maybe he's a Jedi cascading, no, not cascading, moonlighting as a stormtrooper. A bajillion questions were arisen the moment we saw him in the trailer, let alone like the movie. Then the movie comes, none of that matters. Then 8 comes, none of that matters. Then 9 comes,
I think also on that same train of thought, Phasmophobia too, the fact that there's a silver stormtrooper, which you're like, what the heck is going on? Can
you say that again? I'm sorry. Phasmophobia said there's one.
No, the fact that there's a silver stormtrooper.
Oh, right.
That you're like, who can even afford that type of outfit?
And also,
and then that she's a woman. And you're like, what is going on with all of this? And I want the story. And then she just goes into a fiery death in a pit of hell or something, right? And then that's it. She's gone.
And it was also R2 who that was a stupid scene, to be honest. It was like R2 commanding the AT-ST walker, and no, I'm sorry, not R2, BB-8 commanding the AT-ST walker.
Yeah, it should have, like,
I agree with Chris.
Look,
the Phasmophobia.
The problem is that there's
Phasmophobia? No, that's the game.
McPhasma,
Captain Phasma, who, by the way, is
Brienne of Tarth. Yeah.
Good job.
I know.
And the fact that GOT had a say in this all, and then we know how GOT ended. There's a lot. There's a lot going on here.
Wait, so also I want to say,
careful, folks, of this conversation with regards to Doctor Strange. I don't want to see anything about Doctor Strange. I'm nervous. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get spoiled.
So wait, I want to also say something else.
How many authorized books are in the Star Wars universe? At this point, I think it's only just 1 through 9. I don't think that once Disney bought Lucasfilms, the entire extended Star Wars universe was sliced, completely gone. It exists, of course, as you could go buy it, but it's now just essentially fan fiction. It is not actual storytelling, whereas once upon a time, it was, in fact.
What, George Lucas sanctioned it?
That was a part of the sale. When I worked at Barnes & Noble, we had a section called the Star Wars Extended Universe, the EU.
Yeah.
You go there, there was a good bajillion books that were all extensions of Star Wars stories, and they all were, in fact,
I know, I remember that.
Darth, oh my God, what was his name? Does anyone remember the name of the Darth Thrawn? I think that's his name, from episodes 7, 8, and 9. In fact, the books are supposed to be that this, am I saying it right? I don't think I am. Darth Thrawn. He was the main villain of 7, 8, and 9 in the books. And I read them, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, but
then when Disney bought Lucasfilms, all of those were
but
sliced.
What I'm asking is, did George Lucas say, yes, this is canon for the story.
Yes, it was a very similar to MCU situation where artists and things all kind of connected the dots to stories. And yes, the answer was
So
it
it
was
was
all
like
a part
kind of
of it.
crowdsourced
Yes.
storytelling. And then
Yes.
Disney came in and said, I'm going to make this my own story because I have my own stuff. And then they totally just shit the bed.
Yes.
And, but look, speaking of shitting the bed, let's talk about some positives. Because you're going to get new sheets afterwards. I don't know.
Speaking of, I want to get these sheets called Attitude. Have you heard of them?
No.
Brian and Aaron and Rana were talking about them, and they are bamboo sheets that are super, super, super comfy that do not slip the way like silk would.
Yeah.
They keep you cool, and they're incredibly comfortable, and they're called Attitudes, and I want to buy them.
Okay. Let's talk about that off stream because nobody cares about our bed sheets on the stream.
You never know.
I want to say a couple of things that I think are memorable that are good.
Okay, we
'Cause
are
I've been
using the
super
Twitch app
negative.
thing. By the way, there are 2 quizzes that are going to happen. One that's between me and Chris, written by OG Steve. 2, a quiz that y'all can be a part of that will be from the I forgot what it's called, quiz kit. And I'm going to do the button that allows mobile and computer to have the same amount of time. It might delay us a little bit, but no matter if you use mobile or desktop, you should still have plenty of time to answer.
Mayor said forensic order cares.
Exactly.
Okay, so things that are positive. I really liked the scene with the salt planet with the red underneath. I thought that was like really cool visuals.
Love.
I thought that was a ton of fun. I did like the laser beam thing that was sort of like the challenge of, the laser beam shooting into where they were all housed as like the
Yeah. Totally.
that was kind of like a little bit of a nice scene where there was like
a little bit of a nice scene.
like a timed element to it, like, oh, we have to do some stuff.
That's how much they cost. I didn't even look. $300.
Okay, well, that'll have to be a discussion about whether
Wow.
we want those or not.
Okay, sorry. Keep going, Chris. That was a shocker just now.
So I think like those are kind of, I feel like the part where he was like the cyborg Palpatine maybe is something, there's a little tease of something good in there. The path to get there is a literal, it's like if you stumble into, like if you when you, in cartoons, when you trip and you step on a rake.
Yes.
And then it smacks you in the face, and then you step on another rake and it smacks you in the face, and then you step into a pile of dog shit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And then you accidentally step in a puddle of fresh water and it cleans the dog shit off of your boot.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, well, everything's okay in the end. I feel like maybe that's how it is with Palpatine.
So can I ask you a question then related to that?
Yeah.
Why then are you okay with episode 1 having that sequence where they get into that water vehicle and it's like one fish getting eaten, then it eats the other fish, then their thing gets eaten, and then another fish comes, and then another fish comes, and then another fish comes, and another fish comes. And then they make it out totally fine. Why are you okay with that level of randomness and stupidity and nonsense?
You know why? Because that fish was never a character that was introduced as important or developed. It was sort of just that fish was not, it was never about that fish. It was about the dialogue that was happening as the fish was getting eaten.
I think
so the dialogue,
that's a little bit of mental gymnastics.
No, I think because when you had Obi-Wan, and you were sort of in that scenario, that was a catalyst for developing the relationship between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, because we really hadn't seen much of them together, and I feel like
10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, and so this was sort of establishing a lot of that banter between the two of them with this stupid character in the background. And
That's the other thing. Jar Jar.
Jar Jar is there just establishing his complete annoyance.
OG
So
Steve
that's
said,
the problem. If you said if Snoke and Palpatine 2.0 cyborg Palpatine, those are not fish in the background. These are
I agree.
characters that are very troublesome, very much established as big bad, not of bigger fish.
But Chris, that wasn't really my question. It was more about why are you okay with the randomness of one sequence versus the randomness of another sequence when they're both utterly random. That's really it. And I guess you did answer it by saying that just one is more important than the other. That's what I'm hearing. And I get that. But it's still two pieces.
I feel like if you're going to, my problem, I think the biggest thing that I'm going to say is that if you establish something as a core component of the story, a big bad, a character with a name, a character that is an established character like a stormtrooper that is different than previous stormtroopers, and you never explore any of it, and it just kind of goes by the wayside. It's like a lost opportunity, and even more so than a lost opportunity, but a detracting component of the story.
I totally get that.
Because you always wonder what if. That's the problem, and you don't really want to walk away from a movie of like what if.
But did you wonder that at 4, 5, and 6? No, because you were young and were just enjoying what was going on. Did you wonder that in 1, 2, 3? No, because you were young and just enjoying
But there really
what was going
weren't
on.
any characters that were introduced as important that weren't really explored fully. What characters were a core tenet of the story that were not explored in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
You mean you didn't love Corday?
Corday met her fate that she deserved.
Oh, poor Corday. When I was younger, that scene took place. I know we're away from 1, 2, 3, but when that scene took place where she got blown up, I swear to God, when they lifted her face and she did the whole like death thing, that I thought that was Jennifer Lopez, and I was like, oh shit, like that's what just happened. Jennifer Lopez died in episode 1.
Can you look? So Gardenome sparked something with Binks. Can you imagine if we have? This is how you would really just sell the tickets and fan service.
Yes.
If in in 7, you have Grandpa Binks, Grampy Jar Jar Binks coming in, and like something horrible happens to him, like just totally destroyed, mutilated in 7 or 8 or 9.
Yep.
And then he's just on life support, and as he's on life support, you have like Luke coming in and plugging it in and unplugging life support, plugging it in, unplugging life support. That's how you would sell tickets. Because I feel like that's
The
fan service
collective fan base.
nobody
just would have loved
likes
that.
him. Yeah, nobody likes him and would just like to see him
Suffer.
realize the suffering that he fully deserves.
I would not be okay with that because I would feel bad for him, honestly. But I think that getting back to this idea of like fan service and stuff, my young self brain, my nostalgic part of my body that's all excited about Star Wars does find a bit of nice solace and joy knowing that in fact 1 through 9 was actually the story of the Skywalker name, which is why we call it the Skywalker saga. And that last scene, I don't care who you are, that last scene of episode 9 with Rey is gold. It's so freaking good. When she says the name, and I don't want to spoil it, go watch it. Go enjoy that final scene. I want you to experience that final scene. It is pure gold and wonder. And the fact that it was tied to Emperor Palpatine, again, my nice organized brain of Star Wars world loves that it wasn't like 1 through 6 and then 7 through 9 was like an extension of that. I like that it combines all of them. So I get that. My order, I'm not going to tell you on here because I don't know off the top of my head because I didn't do my little yes no's. But if I were to talk about my order,
Your first order?
My first order. Empire, Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars. Then, those are my top 3, I would say. Then I would probably say Force Awakens, then Jedi, then Skywalker, then Last Jedi, then Clones, then Phantom Menace. That's what I would say. Phantom Menace is the worst. It's the worst. By far the worst. How you're putting Phantom Menace
7,
in
8,
front
and
of
9?
Last Jedi?
Wait.
No.
Phantom Menace is worse than 7, 8, and 9?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
7 is a legitimately good movie.
Okay, so I think Phantom Menace is better than 8. I think so. I think it is.
Oh my God.
Oh, fix it.
I gotta fix my
your
buns.
Oh, thanks for following. Anna O. Petty.
Oh, Anna no Pediatra. Welcome. I don't know why I don't see that on my list here. Why don't I see it on my list?
I see it on my list.
I see
we
it
go to
now.
Wine O'Clock because we need a quiz. We need
We didn't need the quiz for the drama. I'm dead. I have nostalgia for Phantom Menace. I liked it, haha, but I was also 10. Literally my point. My point is that if you were 10 watching 7, 8, and 9, I bet you would feel that same nostalgia. That's all that I'm trying to say here. We're collectively moving forward without recognizing that we have memories that are happy because of our youth regarding these movies.
Sure, Pam.
That's it.
Wait, JJG's. I don't know what JJG was referring to, but they're mad. They're big mad McPlan. And Short Pam said, Elias, should you get your lawyer on the phone? And I think JJG said earlier that you should call your lawyer because we're in disagreement tonight.
No. Listen, look. Full stop. I want to say, me and Chris both love Star Wars, probably more than any other franchise that's available because of a variety of different reasons.
Look, that's what I want to be thankful for, is that it's created enough of a story and dialogue that we can... Is there any better story, anything better in a story than the dialogue that you can have around it?
The memories and dialogue, absolutely.
Dialogue like this. We've now collectively talked about Star Wars for over 9 hours.
Yes.
And I feel like we've just scratched the surface.
Isn't that crazy?
But I
will take a pause on it next week so that y'all can relax for a bit. But
Anna
thank you, Anna. Welcome from Brazil.
From Brazil. That's awesome.
That is so wonderful. And I hope that you are enjoying our broadcast here. One thing I want... Ooh. What did I turn 10 or 11 again?
No, I think you're becoming Leia. Are you going to potato into space and then Mary Poppins back?
It's the best. That's why this is so much fun. I agree. I love it so much. So I just want to say that for me, Star Wars is about magic, like movie magic. And I know it sounds corny. I get it. But it is genuinely about movie magic. And I feel like, oh, my head is all twisted. I feel like my own memories of Star Wars have all been very positive. 4, 5, 6 were great. 1, 2, 3 was great. There's two stories that I want to share about the movies and why they're so good. One is that in one, I cut my one class, my one band class. I told the story once before. I was the principal clarinetist for my band. I was considered a leader in my band. I was always there and always supported. I did not go to that class to go instead to watch episode 1. And I was reamed at the next day by my teacher to the point where I now work with this person and we still talk about that moment. That's one story. The other story, in terms of the actual movie magic moments, in episode 8, there is a remarkable scene that doesn't get enough credit. And a lot of people will shit on this moment, but I have only the highest memories of this moment, which was in episode 8. The scene was when they come out of hyperspace straight through or launch into hyperspace. I can't remember the sequence, but whatever it was, they launched through and cut through the Imperial
that
Star
is a
Destroyer.
very cool scene.
And in the movies, when we went to watch it, I get chills even thinking about it. The whole theater is doing its thing, and we're all watching with bated breath. We're all excited what's going on. And then that sequence happens, and it slices through the Star Destroyer, literally cuts it in half. There's no audio, though. Count to 5, then the audio kicks in, because it kind of was meant to show that there was a delay in how quickly they were moving.
That
to
is
the
a
sound.
very memorable moment.
And then, as that sound is happening, there's a little boy in the audience who's like first row who looks up and he goes, and audibly, you could hear this across the whole theater. He goes, "Whoa." And I tell you, that kid, he's a forever Star Wars fan. A forever Star Wars fan.
He's like in
and now
college
tell
now,
me,
though.
how are we going to sit here and shit on episode 8 and say that it's the worst dumpster thing in the world, tater tots poop bad, and yet it has created a Star Wars fan out of someone.
Okay, I will like surrender a little bit and say yes, that is a very cool scene, and that
Totally.
is really cool filmmaking, and I agree. I think that is good. It's a nice little nugget in a pile of shit.
Also, the broom boy we do need to discuss. I love that scene. I love looking up at the seeing the broom boy look up at the like stars and kind of recognize that there's something bigger out there, and then seeing that there's like that's he's a force capable thing. Not gonna lie, maybe this is not a something people connected to, but there is a little bit of queer elements in being a Jedi in regards to being different, having some sort of power, some sort of element that makes you different to the point where you might be like cast against society. And I feel like that little broom boy makes you realize there are so many more force sensitive people out in the world that will never be found because they don't have role models to look up to them.
That was a cool scene too,
for sure.
But he got a little pin out of it, so good for him.
Yeah, that's true.
But question.
Can we get to 1 o'clock?
Yes, I do. I just have.
Chris, we're gonna go 5 more hours.
One more thought, Elias. One more thought, and then I really want some wine. But the thing that I'm going to just reiterate is the fact that there are so many characters, and I can name a bunch of them, where we didn't get to really explore anything, even though there was so much opportunity. There was Finn, Rose, Maz.
Babu Freak, I love Babu Freak.
Babu Freak wasn't really explored.
Well, I mean, I don't care about him being explored, but can you even imagine
so Babu
that little
Freak?
tiny Babu Freak?
Yeah.
The cutest.
There was Snoke, and then the lead up to Palpatine. Like, that's literally 6 characters that I'm naming that were really critical, established as important figures in the story, but never really explored. Phasmophobia, 7. Never explored.
Honestly, that's the biggest.
That's
one
the
for
biggest
me.
problem.
I would say
I think
the
if you
biggest
boil
issue.
it down, it's
Yeah.
that, and even to the point where they are put into that they're left in your brain holes through the trailer. You ruminate on them, and you think, where are they going to go? And you know where they go? Just in your brain hole, right in the brain hole forever.
In the dumpster, tater tot poop right over them. My thoughts on Rose Tico, and we're getting to 1 o'clock, is that she was not nearly as bad as the world made her out to be. My opinion is there was some sort of racism going on. No joke. I think that it was a situation in which she was one of the first Asian characters that was on screen in Star Wars, and she was just being shit on for no reason whatsoever.
I don't really get it. Why?
I don't get it at all.
Mad?
And then for
did
her
anybody
role,
say why they're mad? Like, collectively as the internet, did they just?
I think because she was like a little like lovey-dovey, and the fact that she was like, and that Finn made that maneuver to like save her was like silly in the grand scheme of things. But then you also have episode 2 when they're rolling around in the dirt. You know,
and,
so
yeah, and that Anakin left and saved Padme, and and that was literally like a child predator.
Literally. Oh my God, totally. When she's looking at him at the very first scene of episode 2, she
But
goes,
nobody really was mad at that.
no one. And episode 2, she starts off. One of the first comments she has to Anakin is, Anakin, Ma, you've grown. I'll always think of you of that little boy.
Then
Cut
she's
to like 45 minutes later, they're
she's
having
like,
sex.
let's get married and,
Yep.
and sleep and show me your sexy abs, Anakin.
Disgusting. Disgusting. And for her role to be reduced to nothing in episode 9, that's a travesty. That is a travesty on many people's parts. J.J.
Who,
Abrams.
Rose?
Yeah, because the internet hated her so much.
Oh, yeah.
J.J. Abrams tried course correcting all the hate that episode 8 got that I don't think should have got. Anyway, folks, listen. Bottom line is we are in a position where we're lucky enough to have episodes 1 through 9 in our lives. We are lucky enough as Twitch streamers to get to present our joy and sometimes anger for Star Wars through this medium.
That we get to talk about it for like 9 hours and that people are still willing to listen to us.
I feel like this
None of this is scripted. We didn't even talk about it. This is just our genuine, in the moment thoughts about this series, about this franchise. And I just absolutely love it that we get to share it with, our friends on the
Yes,
internet.
and we need to deep dive into Padme more when you get into the podcast. There's so much to talk about there. Listen, OG Steve, I'm not going to lie I'm not going to, this will sound hyperbolic. I argue that if me and Chris held like a weekly podcast about Star Wars, just Star Wars, we would probably be able to host like 700
I don't think we would
episodes.
ever run out of content. What if?
Let alone the
Wait,
fact that we only talk about the numbered episodes. We didn't talk about Solo. We didn't talk about
nobody wants to talk about
Rogue
Solo.
One.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk
Which,
about
by the way,
Solo.
OGC, the fact that you don't like Rogue One though, that's like, I think you're canceled.
I'll take that to the Senate and I will say that no.
I'm kidding.
No. Steve is not canceled. And I feel like if Steve is canceled, then that's how liberty dies.
Oh, what a good line.
That's a really
We
good
never
line.
talked about that. She is standing up there watching them all vote the Palpatine into office. And she goes, this is how democracy dies, with thundering applause.
Thunderous applause. And I think it's, no, I don't think it's
Chills.
democracy. I think this is how liberty dies, and it's with thunderous applause.
Can you do it again?
This is how liberty dies.
Look at the camera.
This is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause. And I'm going to say another question regarding Padme. What if Padme and Corday were reversed roles? Corday is literally deadpan, no emotion, nothing. I feel like if Corday was and Padme was the handmaid.
No, Chris, hold on. I think that you're thinking Corday is the one in one that is pretending to be Padme.
Corday is the stand-in.
I think there's multiple stand-ins. I think Corday happened to be the stand-in for episode 2.
Are you sure?
That is not the same actress.
She
as
said,
episode
no,
1.
it's not, but it doesn't matter.
Well,
I think Corday, she says, oh, but you've always been my handmaid person, whatever.
Queen Amidala stand-ins. Can we
And
get
I
to 1
just want
o'clock?
to say, I feel like nobody's going to fall in love with Corday. Anakin would be like, you're literally forgettable. He would have gone on his Jedi ways. He never would have fallen in love with her. He never would have turned into Darth Vader. If Padme wasn't such a slice with a great
Natalie
personality, then the whole galaxy would have been fine. And we wouldn't have even had any movies, but it would have been a great story of just happiness.
There are 5 stand-ins. And the stand-in for episode 1 was not Corday. It was Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley was episode 1's fake Queen Amidala.
Yes, but in the actresses aside, because we know
No, you can't even do
Okay,
that,
no,
Chris.
Elias,
Oh my God.
listen.
No, I want to get to one.
if directors can be interchangeable and we can go from good to bad with directors, And you can have actors replaced too, even though they're playing the same character. And so I want to know, is Corday, or is Corday Keira Knightley and then not Keira Knightley?
That I get.
That's what I want to know.
I get that. I get what you're saying, and
Because
I'm going to actually look that up. Keira Knightley, Star Wars.
Corday dying on the platform.
She was Sabay. Whoa, she was not Corday. She was Sabay. Excuse
so Keira
me.
Knightley was Sabay.
Keira Knightley was Sabay, which was Queen Amidala in episode 1. Then they switcherooed in episode 2, and then Corday came through.
So, okay,
and then
so
Corday
what
was
I'm
the one
saying-
who had the fate, the whatever.
Oh, I'm already pouring this, but we didn't even introduce it. It's fine.
No, we got it. Want to
Crap.
introduce it?
Okay, introduce it.
Oh, I got.
Wow. Okay.
Wow,
who
we're
knew-
getting some. We're
Who
getting
knew
crazy.
Star Wars was going to be so heated?
All right,
I don't
listen,
know.
We are moving to wine o'clock.
Jeez.
Because I feel parched and I have had only a little bit of water to drink all night.
Oh,
and
crap.
this one is called Sienna. We did not do.
Wait, is it this?
No, it's the other. Well, I didn't have it. I didn't set it because we got it afterwards.
Oh,
Where
crap.
are you going?
I don't know. Where am I? Sorry, guys. I'm going to make you dizzy.
This is Sienna. Chris, remove the ratings, please. Chris.
I'm trying.
Sienna 2018. From the deep, rich, burnt orange soils of the Ferrari Carano vineyards comes this appealing red wine blend comprised of select lots of Sangiovese, Malbec, Petit Syrah, and Cabernet Sauvignon grapes. This vibrant wine is bursting with flavors of... I'm going to just tell you because we have no time and I want to show my freaking highlight. Blackberries, raspberry jams, cola, cinnamon and spice, sweet oak notes and hints of butterscotch from barrel aging add layers of richness to this elegantly balanced red wine blend with a beautiful lingering finish. Salute. And it is a red wine blend.
And what's the percentage?
13.5.
Also,
Lies. 14.5.
OG Steve said, "Can we have a Back to the Future?" I haven't seen it in so long, but I would be here for that.
Back to the Future is, I would argue, like, unanimously, is that the word? Like, I think everyone agrees that it's very good. Like,
How
perfect.
many? There's 3.
There's just 3. And then Elizabeth Shue comes in at some point to replace
Shue. Who's Elizabeth Shue?
the girl, I can't remember her name.
I don't really get a lot of. Is it tannins or the smell?
Yeah, maybe.
I get not a lot.
Ooh, my mustache line is gone and it's like cold to my upper lip.
Do you get the raspberry? I don't really get.
I get the raspberry. I don't get the blackberry. I do not get the, what was that other weird one? Cola.
Yeah. Cola.
Oh, wait. Did I just get a cola flavor?
I think. No, I just get
Pink and
raspberry.
S, the test that I'm giving is a little bit of like medium-ish. It's not. The other test I found from a website that stopped at 6, and they were labeled as expert. But for this one, I kind of did a mishmash of questions, actually from. I'm not going to tell you where because I just realized if I did, maybe you're going to googly the answers.
Oh my God, Steve is gonna delete Sam's comments because she's never seen any of the Back to the Futures.
Sam, I'm not lying to you.
Oh, why are we red?
They're good, Sam. They're real good.
Okay, so I do get raspberry on this. I don't get cola. I don't get the jams or whatever it is. The blackberry jams.
I'm gonna do that one.
It's kind of forgettable. I don't know. This is what I'm gonna do.
Oh my God! Stop copying me.
Yeah, I think it's like
It's forgettable.
It's forgettable,
not
but
bad.
It's not bad. It's like just kind of. It's kind of wine.
Is it episode 7?
No, because I couldn't. No,
What if we
it's
started
not.
rating wines based off of our Star Wars episodes?
No.
Is it 1 through 9, but in all mishmashed order? Like,
You
is
know
it
what?
5?
I don't.
No. This is more like.
You know what?
This is more like 2 episode 2 for
It's
me.
kind of blandy McBland, and so I'm gonna say that I don't really think I could talk about this wine for hours like I could 7. So if 7 really gives me the possibility to dissect it enough, and this is just sort of forgettable, I don't even think that it's that.
Not even worth it. Okay, we're moving away from wine o'clock. I have been dying to show you my highlight reel from this week. And I was supposed to show you yesterday, and I forgot because we got so into Star Wars. I want to show you. Now, here's the thing. I think the entire 3 minutes is not wonderful. I think the first 20 seconds is gold. Past that, yeah, it's great. Whatever. We're dumpster people. But you gotta watch the first 20 seconds of this and enjoy this wonderful content that we provide for you. And I'm so proud of my dumpster fire editing skills that I was able to put this short segment together for y'all. So remember, as always, this is previously recorded stuff. And I hope you enjoy this 3-minute highlight reel of episode, I don't even remember anymore, like 172 or 173, I want to say, now. So I'm going to play it for you now. Hope you enjoy. Ready, Chris?
I'm ready.
Every single season of every single location of Housewives has an intro where it introduces all of the housewives. I may be a dumpster, but I always bring the fire. And you all see it, just the tiniest little, like, boop. It's nothing.
But the best is when you're driving away and you just see parts of the truck flapping in the wind as Elias is like driving away, like driving Miss Daisy. You are probably slapping everyone around with car parts on the highway and you're just going along like it's nothing. Yeah, but we're literally like polar opposites.
There's a very specific reason for your truck, and it's so that I can run over my car with it.
You actually love the car so much that you wanted to kiss it with my truck.
Yeah, and it's like, I would like an enchilada, and I would like...
jalapenos, please. Quesadilla.
So anyway, when you say prosopo or whatever, it's my body escape. I leave my body.
Oh, yeah. It's like I'm literally, the Greek flag is crying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or burning.
Yeah.
And Too Shy for You asked, you two have a chainsaw? We have a chainsaw.
Oh,
and
yeah, there's
I
a video.
chainsawed a tiny ass little tree.
If you're at the deli counter and somebody says, cut me in line, and you say, don't bother. Fine. You can reapply it wherever.
It's you.
This is our day.
Oh
my God.
Chris, high five. We did so well. No.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, they're in line and you just smash your way to the front. Yep, like a...
That's
like
the way that a Karen is. Ooh, wait, actually, this is actually real.
Oh.
Wait, sorry. Juice. How'd I do?
Oh, you did great.
I got gold.
Okay.
Thank you, Deb. I don't know. I thought Elias was a gamer.
The cake is being served on the right. That is a full sheet cake. That is a rump if I saw one. The lab with the pencil thin tail in the middle. And then the woman who is literally sitting on a sheet cake. There's a peep riding a witch's broom. Imposter Jen finally freaking won.
I can't. Oh my God.
Oh, that was a great painting. That was a really great choice.
I can't. So ridiculous. So lots of parts of that. The Jersey Housewives thing, when I tell you those 20 seconds, they took me, I'm not even kidding you, like 3 hours.
But it was worth it.
Like 2 hours.
It was worth it.
Do you know that I was sitting during my prep at school? Prep, in case you don't know, is like the period in which you're supposed to like input your lesson plans and all that stuff. I'm sitting there in my prep, which means I don't have a class, and I'm recording myself in various poses so that I can cut and put them in, like, and splice my face into those
So
scenes.
you're like sitting there like this.
Literally, I have footage of me sitting there, and I had spicy chicken nuggets from the Impossible Nuggets for lunch, and so I'm sitting there picking at one, and I'm holding it in my teeth, like Teresa did from the New Jersey Housewives as she was doing the strawberry kissing whoever that was, Dolores, I think.
Yeah.
And looking at my phone, trying to recreate the scene exactly while I'm doing this and then cutting it out and doing the whole thing.
Why did you not show you driving away on the street?
You know why,
without
Chris?
It flat with
No,
the
I'll tell you why.
fender flapping.
Because it's not as exciting as you thought it was. That's the only reason why.
I think it's exciting.
No, I tried and it doesn't.
It's
really
more exciting
capture-
than episode 8.
Wow, but it doesn't really capture the scene. Like, I know what you were wanting to show because I also had it prepped and I even like cropped it. But then when I watched it back, it like wasn't what you thought it would be. That's the reason why. It like
I
it
trust
basically
your direction.
it like didn't make the edit.
Oh, okay.
That's really what it was.
Well,
you know what I mean?
a lot of things shouldn't have made the edit in 7, 8, and 9, but they did. Did you apply for Star Wars?
Everyone is talking about, side note about Lord of the Rings. Like, no joke, we need to have a Lord of the Rings day at some week at some point. And by week, I mean month, because those are incredibly long.
I think I've only watched them once when you showed me them.
Return of the King, I would say, is absolutely the best of the bunch for a variety of reasons, but we will pause on that and talk about that at a different time. Thank you all for the wonderful words about the highlight reel. Deb needs to take an entire day tomorrow and watch them back to back to back. Wait, why? Deb's never seen Lord of the Rings because that scares me. I feel like the lighting of the beacon's theme needs to be on full blast right now. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Lord of the Rings. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Lord of the Rings. Those are another set of movies that I think are really good.
Look,
and interesting left pre-internet era, sort of.
To be fair to Deb, I never watched them either. The only reason I watched them was because you were interested in them and wanted to share your interest. I did like them. I have no hatred towards them. I don't think I fully remember them. Like, I know that there's a ring and there's a guy who like
there's rings.
Elon Wood is like the little guy and he's like going around with the ring, and I think he gets more mad as the movie goes on
because he couldn't buy Twitter.
Yeah.
He wanted to, but he couldn't.
And then I think he goes into eyeballs and Saurons and all of those things, and then that's it. Then it's over. And
then the movie ends. It just says the end. Thank you for coming to watch.
Yeah, I think that's what I remember. I've seen it once. I feel like I've taken all the important parts and remembered them.
Correct.
I think there's one part where it says like you're not crossing here.
Exactly like that. It's exactly like that. And it's, what is it again?
You're not crossing here.
So actually, Chris, the birth of Philip the Wizard was from that movie. Remember when they announced in the movie and they declared and they said,
yeah,
at the little round table, the Knights of the Round.
Yeah, no, I think that was a board meeting that they were having. And then Philip walked in and he was serving them, like when you have work meetings and then they like, oh, we're catering this meeting, and they bring in all of the pastries and like the coffee and stuff. And Philip came in and brought the coffee and put it on the table, and they were like, oh my God, this is magic. Like, the person who's bringing in the coffee, you are a full wizard. And then they, as the board decided, you are now Philip the Wizard. And from that day forward, he always brought coffee to the board meeting.
In episode 8, Leia took that advice of fly, you fools, to fly. Chris, I have a question. What in the world were you talking about with if you're in the deli counter and someone's in line ahead of you and you say, cut the line, and the person behind you says, don't bother? I was trying to make sense of that, and I did the whole little animation thing I did. What in the world were you talking about? It doesn't fit there. If you're ahead of me in line
I don't
and
know.
you say to me, cut the line, I would probably be like, thank you so much. Or, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. But you're making it sound like I'm angry at you for even offering the opportunity for me to cut you in line.
Elias, I think you know at this point what I say on stream is like 99% garbage and 1%
All I'm
truth.
saying is I was sitting there trying desperately to make sense of that moment because I was editing
But
it. And I'm like, what in the world is he talking about?
My gift to the world is just creating this paradox in your brain so that you really have to think. It's like if you think that there's a deeper meaning to something, but there's really not. It's just there to just mess with you. And that's part of the entertainment. Like, who knows? I may really love 8, 7, 8, and 9, but I'm going to just sit here and say what I want to say, but you'll never know the truth. And that's the mystery of the Airstreamers.
What else can I say? Except that we have...
And you're not going to cross this path because that's also in a movie. That's in The Lord of the Ring.
we actually have a lot more to do tonight. So stay here because there's stuff to do. First of all, do you have a patch? Oh no, you don't have a patch.
No,
so let's move on.
We're giving away a Muskrat Nation magnet tonight.
Do you have 2 to give away? Because there's this one,
yes,
and there's also the winner of the
there's
quiz.
Actually 2.
Like there's
Nation.
there's a random one, and then there's the winner of the quiz. Now, my question for you all, not my question. I'm going to tell you what to do because this is a show, and we're co-hosts, and I'm going to just tell you what's going to happen. We're going to do the quiz that is involving everyone in a second. Okay, so if I were you, you shall not pass is the thing. Now, I don't know what you said, Chris. Like,
I said, no, you're not going to come on this path. You're not coming here. This path is closed.
I actually, Mayor, I really like the movie The Wizard, not going to lie. And I think it's a little bit because I always was jealous that people had Super NESs in the world, and I did not because I was
Wait, what's The Wizard?
Sorry, it's with
it's a
Fred
game?
Savage. No, it's a movie with Fred Savage. And it's a movie about
Mario. Fred Savage, isn't he the one who's in Foo Fighters? I think he's in Foo Fighters.
He is not
I think
Foo
Fred
Fighters.
Savage is the lead singer of Foo Fighters.
He is not in Foo Fighters. So
I think so. I'm going to just look it up now.
Yeah, do it. Tell us.
How do I find who's
David
in Foo
Grohl?
Fighters? No, not David Grohl. It's Fred Savage.
Keep going. Taylor Hawkins. Pat Smear.
He was somebody
Nate
was
Mendel. Chris Shiflett. That's a cool name.
French Stachel.
France Stahl. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going.
Somebody's. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking Audio
Ooh.
Savage Garden. That's what it is.
Heidi, I think that he's a pretty terrible person, Fred Savage, honestly. But besides the point, I recommend all y'all that if you are going to watch on a computer, get ready. If you're watching on your phone, get ready. If you want to switch, now's the time. Because I'm going to start soon, and I'm going to do the new mode, which, new as in we haven't done it in on Tuesday or Friday.
Oh, I'm ready.
Which is that when I'm going to basically make it that it's going to be a little bit more delayed between the guesses, but everybody who plays will still have 25 seconds.
Wait, are we
to
teaching
answer.
Sabak tonight, or are we?
Yeah, we'll do that in afterwards. Quickly. We won't have to play much.
What is in Eloise's camera? What's that black thing?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh, your little shelfie thing in the lower right. It's fine.
Okay. So we're going to do the quiz. And when I do the quiz, we're going to get started, and there will be a winner depending on how quickly you answer and who's right. Okay. These are questions that are different from the website that I used the other questions during the week, which was Tuesday and Friday. I combined essentially 3 different quizzes and 3 different questions of quizzes into one. I would probably say it's between easy and hard. Like, I don't know.
So
you'll see.
So it's just a quiz. It's like, it's not easy. It's not medium. It's not hard. It's just a quiz.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get started. It's episodes 7 through 9.
Okay.
It's 10 questions. Get ready, folks. Get your devices ready. I'm including the option for mobile high latency mode. This means that it's going to increase the wait time between questions significantly. Are we okay with that?
Why is so pissed right now? Oh.
Are we okay with that?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. We're going to start the quiz. Ready?
I'm ready. Who's going to win a Muskrat Nation magnet? I hope I win one.
Let's see how this goes. I also got a 10 out of 10 on this because I'm just the best.
Yeah. Hashtag modest.
Exactly. See, sending rules to players. I wonder if it's going to be like a significant amount of time.
All the time.
Because it's still going to sending rules to players.
Yeah, everybody needs their rules.
I wonder, like, I think this is going to take us quite some time. All right,
Quite.
here we go. What name begins the opening crawl of The Force Awakens? Don't look over here on my screen. Get out of here.
I'm not looking at your screen. I don't know. What's The Force Awakens? That's the 7?
Oh, my God.
These are all... Oh, crap. These are all the garbage ones. I think I erased these from my memory.
We watched this last night, and we actually had a conversation about the opening crawl and specifically how it starts. And I said, what a cool way to start.
I did my best.
How much time do you have left?
Like this amount.
Like, is it over for you?
No, I just started.
What do you mean?
It's
How much time does it have left? Because it still says waiting for players, and I want to know
the blue. It just ended.
Okay, that's what I want to know. So there is going to be a little bit of a delay. But you know what? Everyone gets the amount of time that they need. The answer is Luke. I think it says Luke is missing or something like that.
Crap.
Oh, wow. Make sure to stick around, folks, because at the end of this, OG Steve has come up with a special quiz that is going to be between me and Chris.
I hope that he really just leaned into 1 through 6.
We'll see.
I got it wrong. Oh, I'm going to be negative in this one.
Let's see. Next question.
And I'm going to be Big Mad McPlant.
What is Finn's dedicated stormtrooper number? FN2187, FN2186, FN2972, FN2228.
I'm still waiting for my question, but I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to get this one.
Mara said, not Chris calling them the garbage ones after tonight's convo.
Okay, that's
I really like how I look tonight. I'm proud of myself.
Final answer.
I think I've now gotten to a point where I understand the absolute base mechanics, like the literal like 0 point.
Yeah.
Which means that if I wanted to do something a little bit more interesting,
you can elevate it. Yeah.
But like,
I think Heidi once a good foundation.
Heidi once said like the practice of just doing this over and over will like be is what I need.
Like anything.
You know?
Yeah, like, practice making movies.
FN2187.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, too shy for you. We need a photo giveaway. Okay, yeah. I can make that happen.
That's a really good idea, Shelly.
Yeah. I will make that happen tonight, but I don't have the actual photo thing with me like up here right now. So we'll do it. We'll give a giveaway. Like we'll just pick out of the people who picked the giveaway.
Me as Han Solo.
And then, you as Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next question. We are on question 3, which is how many credits did Unkar Plutt offer for BB-8? Was it 20? Was it 60? Was it 100? Or was it 40 credits?
If you remember, Elias, I recalled this last night, even before I saw the movie. Only saw it once, but I called it.
Okay, Chris, you did not see that movie once. You've seen that movie at least 4 times. Second, I'm not going to lie. When I saw this question, I jumped at the chance to add it in here because I knew you knew the answer.
But I knew it even before you asked the question.
The reason I asked the question is because I knew you knew it.
Oh, what a good husband.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Unkar Plutt.
Did you know that was his name?
No.
I did not know that was his name. But when you learn in school the idea of context.
Plutt.
No, about context clues.
Yes.
That's this question. Like, I know all about exactly the scene, even though I don't know who it's about. Ooh, this was a divisive one. Everyone picked at least one of them.
But the majority rules. This is why you polled the audience in Millionaire, How to Become a Millionaire, whatever that show is, with Regis Philbin.
Wait, so why is it like all weird up there, but it's not weird? Let me make this. Let me do something here. I'm going to just make some adjustments. Okay, I think that's good. All right, next question is...
I'm in the positive.
What is the name of the First Order's base? Starkiller Camp, Starkiller Base, the Ultimate Starkiller, or Starkiller Bunker?
Oh, I think I've released the demon on this one.
I also feel, as a good host, I have done a pretty good job of throughout the night peppering in the answers. I have done that. Absolutely. That's a combination of my teaching skills, my hosting skills, and I just want people to have fun skills.
Paul, who is Simon Pegg?
Simon Pegg was in Hot Fuzz. He was in Star Trek, the new Star Treks.
Who's Hot Fuzz?
It's a movie. He's an actor who's British, very British. He has blonde hair, and you definitely know him.
Is he sexy?
That's your first question?
No, I think the main guy in Star Trek is sexy, right?
No. That's Chris Pine. Chris Pine, I think. Yeah. Star Killer. No, sorry. Simon Pegg. This is Simon Pegg. You know him.
Oh yeah, he is sexy though.
Yeah, he's like nerdy. Like he's like a nerd amidst all of everything.
Okay, give me more questions.
Next question is...
I'm positive on this
What is the color of Supreme Leader Snoke's robe in Last Jedi? Is it blue? Is it gold? Is it green? Is it red?
Oh, I don't know the
what
answer.
What is
but
the color of Supreme Leader Snoke's robe?
I think it's a mediocre leader, to be honest. Because...
Oh, and Shaun of the Dead, too. Yes, he's very funny. I don't know why I missed that movie.
That's what I'm going to say.
The actor for Unkar was Simon Pegg? Get out of here. I missed that connection. I didn't know that.
Have we seen Hot Fuzz?
I have not seen Hot Fuzz, and you have not seen Hot Fuzz.
Listen, Elias, if you've seen it, you have your universe of things you've seen. Mine is a direct subset of your universe of things. So if you've seen it, there's a possibility that I've seen it. If you haven't seen it,
you have
not a chance in hell. Not a chance.
You know what though? Actually, Chris, I have to say, Airplane was a big movie for you. Knowing before me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God, that's God's gift to movie making.
Okay. Next,
the mole people in the sky's gift.
Gold. Red were nearly tied.
Ah, crap.
Blue and green were not even.
I guessed red. I'm with the 7 folks. Or 6 others.
Let's see who is going. What is next?
Ah, crap. I'm negative.
Next is, what is a baby porg called? Is it a porger? Is it a porglet? Is it a porgy? Or is it a porgrin?
I mean, I'm going to go with the best answer and not necessarily the right answer.
Can Can you tell me what one you
It's
went
still
with?
waiting, but I know what I'm going to choose, whether it's right or wrong. I don't care because it should be right.
So when you choose, let me know. Can I see? You're right.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then
Yeah.
somebody did something right in this.
Is that not perfect?
That's perfect.
It sounds a little bit like in Greek when we say like why can't I think of anything? Like Neraki,
Yeah.
like little cute one. That's what it reminds me of. So let's see. Oh my God, I Speak Drive. Really, that movie is brilliant. The answer, wow, this is the first question of all of the questions that we've done where the majority were wrong. It's the first question where the majority was wrong.
Porglet is that is fantastic. Porgs are great. I think that they're really a great addition.
And that was in episode 8.
I know.
We have said a lot of positive things about episode 8, considering that we're saying it's the dumpster fire of all Star Wars ever. Okay, next up, question 7 is, what is the name of the casino city in Last Jedi? Is it Continica? Is it Canto Bight? Is it Takodana? Or is it Crate? You know, mobile users have a little bit of a bonus here because they get to hear me say it. No, you know what? Actually,
yeah,
Chris,
don't
Chris
get mad
gets
at
bonus.
me. Yeah, don't get mad at me. I get no bonus.
Because he's hearing me say it in life because he's next to me. He's lucky enough to be next to me.
I'm just looking to see if I got it right.
Yeah,
and I did.
Do you get what I'm saying? That you have the pleasure, the luxury
That I get to sit next to
that
Princess
you get
Leia.
to sit next to me. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Just don't turn into a potato and
So,
fly back
Mayor, my
in.
question is that you went against your gut instinct here. Did you go against your gut or did you go against your ruminating gut?
Is that lore now? Ruminating gut?
Oh, I'm going to introduce that to all my students throughout the week. Canto Bight, that is the bane of everyone's existence on
Why,
episode
though?
8 because they just think everyone thinks it's a nonsense scene that does not mean anything about anything.
Okay, fine, but I do like the setting of it.
Me too. And
I feel
think,
like it's like a crossover between they maybe saw one too many James Bond movies and they're like, I want to introduce a casino scene, and then they did it, but then they were like, oh crap, I'm in a casino scene. What do I do?
Yeah. Who does Kylo Ren find alive on the uncharted planet Exegol? Is it Luke Skywalker? Is it Snoke, Emperor Palpatine, or Han Solo?
I've paid attention tonight.
Well, they had to go to alien horse races and it wasn't Kentucky Derby earlier today. Yeah. So listen, folks, I was seeing certain messages come through on Instagram today, on Discord today, while I was doing my makeup and stuff. And Crymars seemed to really be with it with regards to the Kentucky Derby. Like, knowing, like, histories of, like, the horses and where they've come from and, like...
I just know...
crazy stuff.
There's a horse... What is it? Seabiscuit? Or
Seabiscuit is a horse that was a winner in Kentucky Derby. And
Cheddar Biscuit.
And Seabiscuit was played by I'm drawing a blank. It's the guy from Spider-Man.
Mr. Ed.
Spider-Man 1.
No, Seabiscuit is the horse.
Yes, but
that's not played by
the jockey. The jockey who was riding the horse was played by I see him,
Ed.
Tobey Maguire. Jesus Christ, Tobey Maguire.
Lassie.
Because he was short. Seabiscuit. By the way, when I worked at Barnes & Noble, because of course I know everything all the time ever. Seabiscuit was a very popular book. A very popular book. And I remember when the movie came out, I was all like, well, of course I know that. Of course they're going to make it into a movie because
You knew.
I knew. And then Tobey Maguire played.
The nose knows. Okay, I'm in the positive now.
After
Stella
Luke's
got her
death,
groove back.
Rey continues her training under who? Is it Plo Koon, Leia Organa, Barriss Offee, or Ahsoka Tano? Who did Rey continue her training with after Luke died? Plo Koon, Leia Organa, Barriss Offee, or Ahsoka Tano?
Oh, I don't remember this. And some of these are really tickling my little olfactory. I don't know. I picked this one. No, I didn't get it.
Can I see who you picked? No, I don't know who that is.
I don't either. That's why I picked it.
I'm gonna Googly.
I'm gonna unpack my thing.
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna unpack my answer after this.
Oh, she was that one from Clone Wars.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Is it done?
Yes. Jen
Okay,
Brambila.
wait,
Sorry if we spoiled it for you, but yeah.
Wait, Plo Koon. I didn't
Plo Koon
pick-
is the little this one from Clone Wars.
Yeah, I thought
Ahsoka Tano's from Clone Wars.
Wait,
Barriss is from Clone Wars.
Ahsoka, I knew wasn't in it, so I knew that was a no-go. I thought that Leia at this point had become a potato.
She became a general. The point being that
No, but I think she was full potato, and then, like, nobody was going to learn from hash browns. And I don't think she was... I didn't remember that, but apparently you can learn from hash browns.
No, the
Plo
potato. She didn't die at the potato. She died in 9.
I know, but I feel like it's like she was beforehand, she was like a fully rooted potato in the ground, normal. And when she came back, she was like hash browns. That's tasty and great, but not really fully solid enough to learn from. And so I feel like
Chris,
that's
the
why I'm
answer
very confused.
Is Leia Organa. I'm moving on. And it is question 10, final question.
Didn't Plo Koon die?
Who is Rey's grandfather? Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Oh, I know this one.
Emperor Palpatine, Luke Skywalker, or Han Solo?
I know this one.
I actually want to mention while we're on this topic, and I think it was OG Steve earlier who mentioned it, one of the biggest derailments of 7, 8, and 9 was Carrie Fisher's death. And I don't mean that insensitively. What I mean is that legitimately, one of the things that caused the most amount of sort of like background turmoil surrounding how to proceed was the fact that like Carrie Fisher died. And they did say that they did not want to do CGI for her. They did not want to like,
They did.
No, they didn't. They didn't want to like reintroduce her in a weird way. So what they did was use footage that was unused in 8 and then sort of shoehorned in Rey into that scene for story purposes and like loosely connected a story. And it sucks. I loved Carrie Fisher. She's a wonderful person.
I remember.
Who had
Look,
turmoil.
do you remember? I remember. I want to say it's December 9th when that happened.
I'm not hitting reveal answer yet because Chris has a story, and
I remember when we found out that she was on the plane and like she had her.
It's terrible.
Thing,
it's terrible.
And we were like, it's gonna be like a thing if she dies. Like,
you know that I know
be
exactly
super
where
sad.
we were. We were in ShopRite in our old town, and we were in line paying. And I remember saying to you, "I am very sad for her death, but I'm concerned for how this is going to affect Star Wars."
Yeah,
because it was
we were like, this is sort of like this is a moment when like somebody who we really care for is dying, and it's like, as a person, somebody who's literally entertained us for years, who's created a universe for us, all of this, and then like when she passes away, it's like, oh my God, like that's so emotional. And like we were just, when she was in the hospital, like hoping that she comes out of it, hoping. And then that happens, and then immediately after when her mom died, right after, when Debbie Fisher died, it was like, oh my God, this world sucks. And then it was just downhill after that.
Is it Debbie Fisher?
I think it's Debbie Fisher.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay, I'm revealing the answer, and the answer is Emperor Palpatine.
Okay, well, I knew the answer, and I got it right, and I want to know who was sliding into Palpatine's DMs when he was busy building his empire.
Debbie Reynolds. Yes. I knew it wasn't Debbie Fisher.
Debbie Fisher.
Debbie Reynolds.
The same thing.
Oh my God.
It's the same thing. I got the first name right.
All right, we are gonna have a winner in a second. Are you all ready? Who is the winner of the extra magnet? The answer is
not me. Not me.
Cooking Sherry, you win.
Wow, Cooking Sherry, congratulations.
Wendy came in second. OG Steve came in third. C. Markson came in fourth, and Patsy came in fifth.
Holy cow.
Wow.
I think
Wow.
Wendy won Tuesdays. Wendy's a little bit of a Star Wars aficionado, I would say.
That is awesome. Congratulations, Cooking Sherry.
Cooking
That is
Sherry,
great.
Coming in hot.
Also, you know what I will say? This grouping of questions and people who played had the least discrepancy, or I don't know if that's the right word, the least difference between the top winner and the bottom winner.
Look, Elias, I didn't win, but full disclosure, I still have the little celebratory fireworks on my screen, and so I feel like I'm a winner in the end.
Aw, that's nice. That's cute. Congratulations, Cooking Sherry. That is awesome. Yeah, only minus 78,000. Congrats. That's great. Listen, I'm obsessed with these quizzes. I think it's so much fun. I love it so much. So I think now what we need to do is this, Chris. You should start the randomized winner, okay? And this randomization is going to include two things. It's going to be one winner will be picked to win a Muskrat Nation magnet. The next winner will be picked to win this photo that I'm about to take right now. And it's going to include Cheddar. Cheddar, look up here.
Cheddar.
Okay, so Cheddar is in that photo, and me and Chris.
Oh, Cheddar, you're so cute.
So
Cheddar.
someone will be picked to win that photo as well. I will print it later when we go downstairs. I don't have the printer with me right now. While that's happening.
Okay, I'm creating it.
Wait. While that's happening, you're all going to be clicking raffle, but me and Chris are going to be doing a thing. OGC put together a quiz for me and Chris specifically to see who knows more Star Wars knowledge. And it's 10 questions.
Oh, crap.
I have no idea what to expect. So please stay tuned and see what's going to happen.
Okay, I'm starting the giveaway now, and I'm very excited to do this quiz that Steve put together.
I have to pee. So should I pee right now?
Well, go to the bathroom and pee, but not not in the chair.
Yeah, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to be back in just a sec.
I'll take Cheddar, because Cheddar's a little cutie pie right now. Cheddar, come here.
You know what else, Chris, I'm curious about? You know how we're going to do...
Oh, Cheddar.
Actually, you know what, Chris? I'm going to answer...
Oh, Yub Nub. I don't know what that sounds like. Hey, Cheddar, what do you think?
Chris, I'm going to answer my questions up there. You answer your questions on your phone. But just please don't look up there.
I'm not going to look up there, but go. Cheddar, what do you think? Who's going to win? Cheddar? No, the music's not playing, but I'm busy loving Cheddar. Look at this. Heidi, why won't it let you enter? Let me see if I'll check if you're in the list. Maybe you already entered. Heidi, No, Heidi, I don't see you. Try typing it again. That's so weird. Heidi, what does it say when you try to type it? That's really weird. It says no 4 times and then finally said yes. Let me just see if you're in the listing. Okay, yeah, now I see you, Heidi. Oh, Cheddar. Oriole. Immediately, Orioles is on the chair. I don't know, folks. Who do you think's gonna win this quiz that OG Steve put together? Cheddar.
I think I'm starting to agree with some of you that there is, what is this?
I think makeup.
I think I'm starting to agree with some of you that there is a rigged situation going on here. I was just in the bathroom trying to do my whole thing with typing, and entering. Mm-hmm. Look. This action could not be completed. Please try again later.
Yeah, I think Heidi said no, but it's
no.
today.
Anytime I type, this sucks. Look, enter. This action could not be completed. Why can't I type?
No, but Heidi said it, and the entries are low today compared to what.
No, this was yesterday. Remember, I said yesterday I couldn't type either. Why? Why can't I type into our chat?
Are you banned?
I don't know. Did Steve ban me?
Maybe.
Did Dad ban me? Did Kara ban me?
Do we have subscriber chat on only? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
We shouldn't.
But yeah, these are the lowest numbers
Let
we've
me
had.
just double check and make sure.
Is my app up to date? Jen, I don't think it is. I think oh my God, I think you're right. I think that's what it is.
I'm going to enter.
I think that's what it is because when I launched it before, it said that there's an update, but I didn't do it because I didn't have time. Oh, I got my hair caught. That's definitely why.
Yeah, I can enter. I entered.
For me, it's not even about entering. It's that I can't type.
Wait, are the cat cams frozen? I don't think so. Eloise.
No, she's good. Okay, we're going to do the quiz. Let's do it, Chris.
All right.
So, Chris, I'm going to use the computer, so please do not look up there and also do not, do anything up there.
Okay.
All right? So, I'm going to get you...
how do I enter?
I'll tell you in a sec. So, I'm going to go to this one. All right, here's the Kahoot. And let me go here. All right. So, it's 026.
Wait, what do I do?
Go to kahoot.it. Oh, shoot. I did the wrong thing. I'm going to need that keyboard, Chris. Can I have it?
Kahoot?
Yeah.
.it?
Can I have the keyboard?
Okay.
And then you're going to type in 026 as the game pin, where it says, play. 026 77217. And then you're going to enter.
Okay, I'm ready.
And then you're going to enter the nickname. This is called the OG Steve Star Wars Quiz Mega Spectacular. It's open for 2 days, 13 hours. I'm entering my name. It's Elias.
I'm in.
Are you in? It says 0 participants.
No, it says I'm in, and it's 3, 2, 1. I'm going.
Okay, go.
Oh, crap.
It's just me? Okay, we're going to probably have to compare our scores.
Got it.
Don't do anything on your end. Don't... What is the name of the cloner's planet? Oh, Jesus, that's easy. Yeah, got it. All right, next. Oh, you are in this. Yes, I'm winning. What race of species died to bring Mon Mothma information about that? Oh, I know it. Gimme.
Wait, how come I can't?
Yes.
Oh, wait, how come I can't progress?
I don't know. Oh, I'm killing you.
Wait, I didn't answer yet.
Who was Anakin's best childhood pal? I know it.
Shh. Elias, just wait 1 second. Let me catch up because you're you're ahead of me. I didn't know I need to hit next button.
I think this is sabotage. No?
Yeah. Okay. Now I just answered Anakin's friend, so go to the next one. Ooh, I don't know this one.
Oh.
Ah, crap. I
What
got
did you
this one.
put?
I put Praxis.
I put Coruscant.
I don't think Coruscant was destroyed.
Oh, we know it was not.
Oh, I got this one. I got Corellian.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, look who's rising. What planet is Luke living on exile? Yeah, got it. By process of elimination, I got it. Oh, I know this one. Yeah, got it. Organa of the Bale nature.
Oh, I fucked up. I just saw. Steve, that is some shady shit right there.
Yeah, got it. Not the
Oh
foolish,
my
the wise.
freaking God.
Oh, Elias,
I'm
your ship
pissed.
is sinking.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
I think I got. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah. Oh crap. He lives on Mustafar?
You got it wrong. I freaking won. Did I win? Oh my God, did I win?
No, wait. Oh crap. I don't know how to answer this. I'm gonna answer this from Steve's perspective.
Wait, but tell me who's.
Shh. I think I won.
Wait, my Chrome just quit or something.
I think I won.
No, wait, my Chrome quit.
I think I won 8,200.
Folks, what's going on here?
I'm going. Wait, did you do the last question?
Yeah, but my Chrome quit.
What is your last question?
What's true? And I got it right.
Okay, I'm going to Crafticam, but I still won, Elias.
What if you refresh that?
I won. This is it. I won.
I'm telling you, I'm clipping that. My Chrome just quit and it went to raffle.
Yeah.
Look, Chris, there's no question. Where did it go? What just happened?
Where it went? It went to the land of people who lost.
I'm livid.
I won, Elias. I friggin' won.
I can't confirm that you won. What happens if you refresh?
Fine, I'll refresh. I still won. No, now I got to answer it again. Oh, I won.
Are you Chris?
I won. I freaking won.
Oh, I'm pissed.
I'm Star Wars person. I mean, I don't even need to dress as Han. You dressed as Leia and you still got it all wrong.
No, this is not okay.
Steve, Steve, thank you for putting together a fabulous quiz that will lead to our divorce.
No, I need to just do a little.
I'm telling you, Elias, I have all the scores. Yeah, I won, and everybody's congratulating me because it's well deserved. I freaking won. You can't answer it again. You already answered it. I just want to
see if it says anything.
Yeah, it's that you lost. Yeah.
Okay, I'm confirming. That's all that I'm doing.
Share it. Share it. Sharing is caring. Do it. No.
How do I do it? Which one is it? No. Which one is it?
Probably at the top.
See? Why is it not?
Just choose because it's probably a new Kahoot.
Okay, so just to confirm, everybody, take a look. Chris had 8,280 points. I had a measly piece of garbage, tater tot poop, 7684.
Literally trash.
I'm worthless. I know nothing.
You're literally episode 8.
I'm going to take makeup wipe off my face right now.
Yeah, you are Potato Leia coming in hot. Not even as good fries as cold oil, soggy fries, potato style, that have been sitting under a heat lamp and then left in the refrigerator and served cold.
Don't we have some of those? I think we have some.
Yeah, but
and I want them because they're delicious and they're better than regular McDonald's fries that are cooked and like given to you perfectly salted, perfectly temperature. Because those ones are better than the good ones.
The raffle is closed.
I'm so freaking pissed. The foolish versus the wise is going to haunt me. OG Steve, just understand what you've done here. That is one of my favorite Star Wars scenes of all time. And the fact that now I have to associate that with losing to Chris against my Star Wars knowledge that I have built my entire life trying to learn.
Yeah, well, you know what? You win some, you lose some.
You get what you get, and you don't get upset. Okay, pick people.
Who's winning? Oh my God, Heidi.
Heidi, you win.
Heidi wins a Muskrat Nation magnet. I don't think Heidi has one. Congratulations, Heidi. Literally, Heidi, I mean, you're an OG and you don't have a Muskrat Nation magnet, but now you do.
Now you have a Muskrat Nation magnet and all the extra little things that go with it. Congratulations. And our divorce will be, our bill will be sent right to you. Thank you.
Wait, why is Heidi getting billed for
She's
it?
the one who like instigated all this, I think.
No.
She wanted us to have a match like this so that we can fight. Like that we can physically fight. Like,
so who's more guilty, Heidi or Steve?
no, all of us coerced Steve to do it. That's what it was.
He did it. You lost because...
By the way, I just like high level, those were really great questions.
They
honestly.
were really good.
And aside from the one that we both got wrong.
I didn't get any wrong.
No, you got one wrong.
No, I didn't get any wrong.
We both knew them all. And the stupidness between foolish and wise,
oh, no, I got that one right.
I just didn't read quick enough. I wanted to answer quicker than Chris. And when you take risks, sometimes you fail, and I failed. That's totally fine. But, those were legitimately good questions. Thank you. And I appreciated the pictures, even though they didn't matter to us because we know our boom, boom, boom. I appreciated it. Thank you.
I got that one right, though.
See, I knew if you would do trivia, you would fight. Rematch. We can't rematch. We don't have the ability to rematch right now.
Wait, I need to draw a winner of the picture.
Yeah,
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
Who is the winner? Sia's daughter, you win
Lena,
a picture.
Congratulations.
Of Drag Leia and Cheddar and Chris, who is not in Han Solo's outfit, winning for the night.
But I am in spirit. I have Han in my soul.
So I actually need to write these down. That
Heidi won.
This is 180.
184.
184 Heidi magnet.
Sam said double rigged.
And Sia's daughter got the picture. All right. Listen, we were going to do sabak. There's no time for sabak tonight. It's
There's
nearly 11.
not.
And,
but we'll teach you sabak another day.
Yeah, I do want to teach you sabak. And look, this is it. This is the card. This is the box. There's cool cards in here. I'll show you them real quick. Look, they've got these little funky symbols on them. Oh, they have.
Look.
Yeah, and
symbols.
Dice. High level, each of these represent the number. Like that one represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's in green. That means it's plus, like positive. Red means negative. That's 3. So if your hand had 5 minus 3, your hand is worth plus 2. And the goal is to get as close to 0 as you can across 3 rounds. That's the goal of sabak, and that is how Han Solo lost. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you? That's how you were playing the quiz. You were trying to get as close to 0 as possible.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. That is how Lando Calrissian lost the Millennium Falcon to Lando playing sabak. And if you look in...
he didn't lose it to Lando. He lost it to Han Solo. Lando lost it to Han Solo. You said Lando lost it to Lando.
Sorry.
Which would mean he just...
And you know the golden dice that Han has in the dashboard of his Millennium Falcon? These are the ones. That's what he has. And what these mean is after every round, you roll these. If they're the same pattern, both of you or whoever's playing completely discard your cards, grab new ones, and reset to try to get to 0. And after 3 total rounds, whoever's closest to 0 wins a Millennium Falcon. That's the game.
Yeah.
It's a very fun and interesting game. We bought these cards in Disney, and I love it.
If you were driving the Millennium Falcon in the Kessel Run, you'd probably hit all the shuttles and Star Cruisers during the process. And insurance would be like, wait, you hit your Star Cruiser with your Millennium Falcon in the Castle Run driveway? And then I would have to be like, yeah, just don't ask, but I have a video if you want to see.
I said that's the funniest thing that you've ever said. Listen, so we are now officially wrapping up Star Wars Week. It has been an absolute blast. I hope you all have walked away with somewhat of an appreciation of Star Wars, more than you may have had before. Hope that you remind yourself how wonderful of a time it is that we all get to live in, that we get to be a part of the Star Wars experience. Thank you to many folks who are a part of this whole week who made this all happen, and especially thanks to OG Steve to putting that quiz on within very minimal time. It only happened a couple hours ago that this went live, and
but Steve always delivers.
You deliver.
Always delivers.
And next week we'll record a podcast together, and hopefully tomorrow me and Chris will record our third podcast of the week. I do have some things that I want to say that are unrelated to anything related to this stream. You're all a blast. Thank you. This week is going to be hard to sort of top comparatively to this, but we're kind of, just truth be told, we're going to move back to a little bit more of what we normally do coming up, which includes some gaming and stuff like that we're going to be playing. We did not play a single game this whole week. And that's it. So thank you all so much, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you go out and watch anything Star Wars because it's a blast, and it's super fun.
And we love it. And we have
So
9 hours logged and many, many, many hours to come.
Exactly. And thank you. And happy Mother's Day to anyone who is going to be celebrating Mother's Day. And that's it.
And we'll see you Tuesday.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Airstreamers, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Bye, folks. See ya.
Bye, everyone.